Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Speak of the Joker, and tonight we are continuing Pentiment. It might be the last night. It might not be. We just started Act 3, I'm calling it. The chapter on the book there says 7. But the game is broken up into early life, midlife, and then post-life. The surprise of all surprises last time, the main character died, which was quite surprising. So now you are playing a young townswoman who has grown up. It's set, I don't know, what are we, 30 years after the first section? And the way the game works generally, especially for those of you who are here from the Puff Raid, the way this game works generally is you go around and you interact with townspeople, and then something happens, possibly a murder. That was the setup for the first two. I don't know if that'll be the setup. And then you investigate, and basically through collecting evidence, you decide who the killer is. However, this game, in a very frustrating and interesting fashion, this is an Obsidian game, so they like to make a quality, interesting game. In a very frustrating fashion, you don't ever have 100% certainty of who you pick as the killer, because so many people are presented with opportunities and motives that make sense, but you're never fully sure. And if we look right here, you see these letters? You see these letters? There is somebody writing letters throughout time period, 7-year gap in between, 20 years in between, whatever. There's somebody writing letters, essentially convincing all the people that would have motive to where to find the person at a certain place and time. So theoretically, any of those people could have done it. So far, because of the decisions I've made, 2 people have been put to death. I don't actually think either of them were guilty, or I'm not, at least not 100% sure. But the game literally forces you into these circumstances. So let's continue, and let's see how far back we go. Okay, perfect. So the game does autosave. It doesn't, you can't manually save, so I couldn't quite get where I wanted to go. But here you are. This is several years after the events in the last book. Act. We'll call it an act. Also, my controller is not working. Let me go ahead and just push this button. You are now a girl. Oh, geez, what's her name? I should probably know this, right? Like, who am I? Ott said Dad was looking for me. Okay, so Ott was a little baby, and now he's... there we go. Or Magdalene Druckerian. Great. So... We were born in this town, and we lived through the events as a child of the first 2 acts. So what I don't actually know is why we're playing this character. Right? The main character died in Act 2. So we're going to find out probably pretty quickly that something's going to be happening, and I don't know if this is going to be the longest act or the shortest act, but based on how long I've played, I feel like I might be able to get through this today. So we shall see. We're not going to rush it, but one warning, and this is a big warning to everybody watching. It's been a couple weeks since I've played. I am not a great reader, and this game has no dialogue. It is 100% reading. So please bear with me if it is frustrating for you. Feel free to mute it, and then you can just read it yourself. But also haven't been sleeping all that well, so my reading skills are not great. My stutter's been coming back. It's great. Everything's wonderful. I love it. So here we are. Also, when I can't say a name, I just kind of skip past it. So this saint's shrine, Martha, especially likes to leave offerings. So when I hit X, I don't know why my controller is not working. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we've got a couple things going on. The way this game works, which is actually really fascinating. I haven't played in a couple weeks, so I'm telling you, but I'm also reminding myself. You see those underlines? It will show you who they're talking about, and it will explain a definition, or it'll explain something that's happening. So this saint is one of the patron saints. She was a local pagan who converted to Christianity. So there is also some deep, dark secret in this town, and I think it has to do with their, saint where, like, either her hand that they worship is not real, or she didn't really convert. There's, like, some mystery going on, and I really hope we get some flippin' answers. And real quick, before we even really dive in, greatly redeemed a hug. Look at that. So one of the channel points is a hug. We have my weighted heart pillow, and we're going to just give it a squeeze. A hug. Thank you. Hug for me. Hug to you. Thank you so much for the hug. Appreciate it. I do love my comforting weighted heart pillow. Let us continue. So we started in the forest. I kind of know this town pretty well. Let me know if the game is too loud. I'm going to turn it down on my end because it's very loud, but let me know if that's too loud coming through also. It looks loud, but maybe not too loud. You really only hear, like, pages flipping and sound effects. The old salt mines. Yep. And then here's... Whoa! Okay, so, you know how I was saying, I know this town pretty well. Well, this was a gravestone. That was kind of a clue in the first murder as to the guy who murdered was a really bad guy. And I'm surprised that not that many years later, this gravestone is worn down. So in the second act, which we don't know the repercussions of this yet, but in the second act, the characters set fire to the mill, which literally milled their grain and was a big part of their economy. There was also some discussion about who could harvest wood in the forest and, you know, who is in charge of all that. So we're going to find out together the repercussions of that. It's nice to see some green this time of year. Horehound's one of the few plants that grows year-round. Okay. I can't believe how quickly the leaves changed this year. Okay. We're just literally exploring. One of the things that I missed in the first act was I missed the opportunity to talk to everybody. Hey, this guy's back. He was here many years ago. He might have been the murderer. Okay, these people don't want to talk. Nice to see some greens. Okay. I don't know what they're doing, but they're lighting a lot of wood on fire. I never know what that guy does. So this is to the Abbey. I don't actually know if I want to go up there. I'm surprised the Golden Hand Inn is in. So the woman we accused was like the wife, the mom of this little kid, who is now not a little kid. So the good news is our character doesn't have the same baggage as the character from the first two acts, because people didn't really trust him and people didn't really like him. I don't know what her backstory is. Let's see. Nope, nobody's here. Can I run? You know I love a game that can run. Okay, so nobody is chatty. If this is your first time watching, you might be like, oh, people don't really talk to you? Oh, the first game, it was like, can we get on? Why do we have this, like, 47-page dialogue? Oh. I actually want to go into the church. Mary, Mother of Jesus, her painting has been here as long as I can remember. Of course. There is a woman that used to live in there. I don't, like, right above my character's head. I don't know if that's dark or if that's boarded up. But she had essentially, like, she gets these visions every time someone is about to be murdered, and she basically... It looks like it's boarded up. She, like, committed herself to like living in this little room, and she slowly dug her own grave until she died. So she's probably dead. Hello. Andreas. That was my character's name. So I'm guessing whoever took over the mill that isn't burned down named this child. Oh. How about you can call me Magdalene? Magdalene. Close enough. Magda works too. There you go. What are you up to today? Drawing. Anything interesting? Oh, okay. Now I'm remembering. So the miller's wife and child, we had encouraged to, like, run away. So this is probably the child's child this many years later? I don't know. We're going to find out. No. Secrets. Oh, I see. I'll leave you to it then. Really? He's drawing secrets and you're not going to ask any questions? It's a good dog, though. When do we... Okay. I'm going to need some exposition, because, like, I really want to know what happened. Okay, Anna. Ulrich. So these are people are... These kids are named after people who died in the fire. and ensuing battle. Hello. Hello. What are you doing? Watching? Very well. Keep up the good work. Work, haha, just like Mom. I will work now. Okay. Oh, bless you. Okay. You want to talk? Nope. None of these people want to talk, but I do just barge into their house and, like, snoop around. This is very unlike the first couple parts where every character was like a huge exposition dump. So they're like, welcome back to town. Here's what's been going on in the last 7 years. It's so nice to see you. Blah, 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 blah. And it just continues on. Oh, okay. So my father was the guy who had the printing press. Okay. Now I know who we are. Man, they're big time in it here. So it looks like the mill was repaired. I really want to know what's going on with the abbey and the taxes and all of that. I don't know. Let's go to the town commons. Here we go. Somebody to talk to. Or not. Ursula. Okay, I remember her. She was a little girl. Maybe in... I mean, I don't know why they would talk to me, right? Like, I'm not some interesting out-of-town stranger, like, sent here, you know, on some mission to find a killer. So I guess it kind of makes sense that they're all just like, good morning. Like, what else do they have to say? Good morning. Okay. I'm going to check out... Oh, here we go. They didn't do a lot of cutscene. Hello again, Mags. Are you serious? I just told you not to call me that. And what are you doing out here? Don't you have better things to do? What business is it of yours? Not me, my work's done, Mags. What do you care? It's not like we got important work to do. These are... the voices will change. Oh, I get to pick. Okay, so just so you know, this game employs a dialogue-based skill system, and I feel like with my first character I picked all the wrong skills, so let me super pay attention. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Am I a tinkerer? The tinkers with the press and type sometimes works. Domestics can handle anything connected to the household or animal work. Bookkeeping, proficient with balancing numbers. I'm gonna say bookkeeping. I'm trying to think again of, like, solving a murder. No, because it could be like, oh, but the killer ripped this thread, and I'll know about threads. Or it could be like, oh, if only you could repair this. Oh, man, is bookkeeping the worst one? Should I just, like, Google, like, what skill do I pick? Should I just Google it? Tinkerer? Tinkerer. I think I'm going to be able to, like, fix something that will then, like, help me with... I don't know how to explain it, but, like, something that'll help me, like, prove somebody is guilty or innocent. That's my theory. It seems a little more important than standing around the commons in the middle of the day. Balthus' inventions are stupid. Doesn't seem like something a girl should be involved with, if you ask me. You like that one too, Grady? Good. Right, no one did ask you. Haha. Calm down, Max. You're gonna get a reputation. Too late to worry about that. She already has a reputation. Ooh, what's my reputation? Oh! Barbs. Skilled at stinging, countering, and otherwise deflating people in conversation. That sounds fun, so that's leading the charge. Flirt. Pass. Hard pass. Haggle. Strong negotiator, whether it's coming to financing or other matters. Okay, so this one could help me by not picking bookkeeping in the first one. This could get me a little bit more advantage when it comes to like financing. I was thinking like I might need to like investigate the books, because that was also a thread in the first 2 acts. Is there's somebody stealing from the Abbey and taxes were weird. Snoop. I'm not gonna pick Snoop. It's really down to Haggle or Barbs. I don't want to flirt or Snoop. Come on. What year is this? 1500s? Come on. I'm gonna go Haggle, because I think being a strong negotiator might be the best choice. Let's go Haggle. You said that before, and it doesn't make any sense. I bargain like a man. What does that even mean? Yeah, what does that even mean? Well, what it sounds like. What was that guy's voice? You're still mad at me because I convinced Gret to give me her last pretzel on Friday. Let's go. Let's see who Gret is. Oh, that's the baker lady. I remember her. It's been 2 weeks. Easy for you to say. You got the pretzel. All right, we got it. Lay off. Did you get those things your dad wanted? Oh, that's right. No, not yet. Hopefully, I can just drop them off and start my reading for the day. Reading? What? What book is so important that you need to get back to it? Ha! Oh, okay. So all of the choices are like up front. Polygoth. She can't speak any foreign languages other than Italian, but she can read almost all of them. That probably would be most useful. She's familiar with the most popular common books of the day. Assorted trivia, almanacs, common knowledge. Reformation. Contemporary books on the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. In terms of... The last one will probably help me with the church. This will probably help me with any notes that I find. I'm going to go with I can read almost all of them. I hope that's the right choice. I hope that's the right choice. Okay. Don, what? Why is the printing so bad? That's so weird. This is a new thing for the game. Like Flower, it's a knightly romance written in Castilian. Such a beautiful language. Who speaks that? Well, Castilians. Yeah. People from Castile. I'm probably saying that wrong. Never heard of it. That's that guy's voice. Right, sounds made up. Don't you read all sorts of book about knights or whatever? Yes, knights, princesses, gods, monsters, that sorts of thing. I'm named after a god. Oh, you are. Apollo. I'm aware Apollo. Yes, your sister too. What's a good story about Apollo? Are there any good stories about the gods? At least, not the Greek and Roman ones. Once he was so obsessed with a girl that she begged the gods to turn her into a tree so he'd stop bothering her. Oh, that sounds like you, Apollo. Damn it. Wait, Otz, aren't you supposed to be at the Rathis? Rathis. Oh, that's right. That's like the city council. That was like being built by the end of the last game. Sure, but it's pointless with your dad's plans. Hurry up and get him. I'll see you there. All right. Well, at least we have, like, something happened in the game. I was wondering how long it'd take me to wander around before something happened. Let's see how well I know this town. Wait, am I a Drucker? Nope, wrong button. Hold on. This button? There we go. Okay. Yeah, so the only... Yeah, the only, this is the only quest. So as of right now, that's all there is. Okay. Meanwhile, I was in here earlier and I couldn't get this earlier. The Rathis mural sketches? I think this is what my dad wants. I think these are all of the plans. Is this part of the plans? Oh! Stop. Oh, I'm so glad I took it. So this is... Well, you can tell by the music. This is important. We've hit something important. In the first 2 acts, there was a instigator, we'll say, who I thought very well could be the murderer, and they were writing secret notes saying like things like, "Oh, this person is responsible for your child's death. They're going to be at the waterfall at 2 a.m." Like, it was written a little better than that. But that's the idea. And then it's like, oh, well, they died at the waterfall at 2 a.m. So it was essentially providing several people with motivations to commit the murders that then eventually happened. This is the writing that was in. And so, I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. This isn't Dad's handwriting. I can actually kind of read this. Okay, funny. What an odd color. We don't have ink. Did someone leave this here? So, I don't know. I mean, my character is talking to himself, so I'm not sure that any of this actually matters, but I will go with this isn't Dad's handwriting. This is a case where I know more than the character right now. Well, whatever. I'll bring it just in case. All right, I better get these over. So, who would know about these notes? I think only the Abbey would know. I think only the Abbey would know. So, I don't know how I'm going to connect the dots. I don't know how I'm going to get this character to connect the dots. Hey! So this wasn't built the last time I was here. Coral! Good day. Okay, and then this is where the inventor guy lives. Right? Oh, hello. Hello, chest hair. I mean, hello, young man. This is the inventor guy that I claimed I worked for just a minute ago. That's what made me a tinkerer. Stare nervously. Oh, don't look at me like that. It's a happy occasion. Who's to say? The cinnamon I added to the beer is perfect. Isn't that a spice? You're making beer? Well, yes. The copper pots you helped me pipe are part of the process. Okay. Oh, I thought it was from something more serious. Making beer is quite serious. I mean, I would think making beer is quite serious. You should be making coffee. For the Christmas celebration. Oh, I suppose you don't have much time left. Quite right. Well, now we know it's almost Christmas. The Wheel of Time stops for no man. Yes, it's a theme in this game. But it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon. Coffee from Ethiopia? Yes. Cacao from the New World? Okay, this guy actually... Now he's talking my language. Oh. My character doesn't understand this guy. Oh, maybe I do. Who has the money? Who has the money can do everything. He who has the money can do everything. Yes, that's true. Problem? Of course not. It's your money. I mean, coffee and cinnamon and chocolate. Yeah, that all sounds pretty amazing. I'm quite excited about it. Clearly. Who is this guy? I don't like him anymore. I Such alchemy is not normally my strong suit. How do you think that name's pronounced? Natsu? Natsui? No. No? Any thoughts? Oof, that's bad. Really? Yes. Farmers had so much rye this year they couldn't use it all. Oh. Grit made as much bread as it wished she could, but wound up having to throw a lot out. So why not make beer? Yeah. Nod vaguely. This is what I was talking about earlier with, like, exposition that probably doesn't mean anything. That's why I was surprised my character didn't have anything to say to anybody else. Okay, but remember, it might matter. This guy is making beer. Oh, so I come back there for lessons. So far, there's no inciting incident. But the troublemaker wants us to stop. I don't understand. How are we still arguing about this? These murals should depict the truth. What we know is the truth. I don't think it's that simple, Klaus. Are you afraid of angering our Lord, Father Thomas? Ooh. I think Father Thomas means that the truth is not so easily agreed upon. Well, ain't that the truth? I don't know. I'm tired of our arguing. I just want to look nice and show what happened. Ooh, they want to show what happened? The events of the second one, maybe? Thank you for bringing these. Maybe illustrations will succeed where talking has failed. I'm done arguing with him. I'll see you at home for supper. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. We don't need those to see those drawings. It's not that we don't understand what they're trying to do. I didn't realize we had upset him so much. Sounds like things got worse after I left. Well, we've been arguing about this for almost 2 hours. For all the good that it did us. He hasn't budged. What's the point of talking if you can't make any progress? Oh, this guy's reading my mind. Could you speak to your father and help him see things from our point of view? Well, first of all, I need to know your point of view. I don't even know what you're arguing about. Okay, good response. So in the end, I ran to get the plans, and you don't want to see, and now you make me do something else for you? I'll be a little less, like, snotty about it, but I think she's got a point. What is your point of view? Also strong, very strong opinions on how the history of Tassines should be portrayed. Those portraits may upset some of our neighbors. Isn't the real concern that it's going to upset the Lord? Isn't everyone really worried about him coming here someday and seeing the revolt memorialized on the wall? Oh, they mean Lord, like landlord. I thought he was speaking metaphorically. Okay, never mind. Now this makes sense. Right, there was a little bit of a revolt during the second act. But it didn't really, as far as I know, it wasn't successful. You keep saying that we all disagree with him. I don't think I do, not entirely. Who said that? Oh, York. Well, what do you think? I'm here to figure out what they think. They want me to reach out to my father. I should really understand what they do. I'm not the smartest man in this room, but I know what happened to my own dad. I know what he did. It doesn't feel right to be ignored to what happened to him. What happened to Otto? He was murdered. Look, you all knew my dad. I never had a chance. I don't want to make the people of this town angry. I don't want to make our Lord angry. None of us do, but maybe there's a way to tell the story in a way that's true, but without upsetting anyone. Unlikely. You can't have it both ways. So it's all very complicated, you see. Try to get him to consider a portrayal of our history that's a little less inflammatory. Okay. My father was deeply affected by your revolt. It won't be easy to convince him of anything. I don't think it's as complicated as you all think. You want me to convince him to do what you say? I'm sure that will work. Don't see that green color very often. If we are trying to convince him, then I think this would be the right way, because then we could turn around and say, I got him to budge a little. Like, is that enough compromise? Or I don't think it's as complicated as you all think. Yeah, that seems a little too easy. Like, oh yeah, I can totally find a balance. The request, because it's staying up there at the top of the screen, is try to get him to consider a portrayal of our history that's a little less inflammatory. I'm going to say the top one. The revolt was a major event for everyone. I know how hard it was for him. We need to come to an agreement or call off the mural entirety. Well, yeah, that makes sense. He's been wanting to paint this mural for years. I can't tell him not to all of a sudden. Uh-oh. Then help us. Your father will listen to you. I'm not sure I'm personally convinced. I want to see the drawing, and then I can decide. All right, but I won't promise anything. Fine, but only so he can paint it. Nothing bigger like children. How about I won't promise anything? Now I'm going back home. This mess has taken up so much of my day already. This is new, by the way. That's a new way of keeping time in the game. So I guess a different character has a different way of keeping time. That makes sense. Thank you for bringing the drawings. I'm sorry it was a waste of time. Those men don't know what they want. When I tell them what I'm trying to do, they get scared. Then they talk and talk and talk. They talk all day, and we're never any closer to a decision. I'm sick of it. Sick of the whole thing. Can you just start working on it? If they don't like it, they can figure it out for themselves. They probably start arguing if you just propose something more predictable. But I'm worried about you. Let's lead with empathy. I know. I appreciate the concern. I suppose I haven't been this upset about something in a while. I'll get through it. I just need time. Why is it bothering you so much? We hear all these stories about what this place was, how it came to be, and it feels like history is something that happened before, happened to other people. But 18 years ago, okay, it's been 18 years, we lived through something. You and I and everyone in Tassings. Everyone wants to forget about it, pretend it didn't happen. But you don't. No, I don't. All those years ago, I did nothing. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. I was so afraid that I'd lose you, I wouldn't have been able to bear it. I don't think that's a fair characterization. He didn't not do nothing. He printed those flyers and stuff. In the end, so many people died anyways. Peter and Ulrich and Andres and all of the others. Ooh, I didn't realize how many people died. And we lived. Oh, he's got survivor's guilt. Dad, everyone says it wouldn't have made any difference. If you and the others had fought, you would have died. I would have died. Maybe I could have stopped him from going to the mill. That part, maybe. Maybe that part's true. I was trying to convince him to calm down. Or maybe we could have stopped the peasants from burning it down. But we'll never know. Can't change the past. Is that what this is about? This mural? It's a chance to put something down in a place where everyone can see. If people start to forget, this will remind them. We were here. This happened. If I don't do it, who will? Don't let it get to you. You're right. How about you're right? Yeah, you know what? I wish the men at the Rathas saw me the way you do. They'll come around. One way or another, you'll figure it out. Let's say that. I hope so. All their arguing has left me beat. I'm going to go to bed early. Alright, I'm going to stay up for a bit and write a letter to Esther. Good. Please say hello to her from me and her parents. I know, Dad. Good night. I love you. I love you too. Okay, well. All this running around has left me tired too. I've barely done anything. It'll be nice to sit down at my desk and just write for a while. Is this game going to force me to sit down at my desk and write for a while? No. I want to go to the Abbey. And first of all, I can't figure out what time it is. Because that was a new type of clock for me. What time is it? What time is it? Alright, I have no idea what time it is. Just because I'm curious and no other reason, I want to get to the Abbey. Oh, I can look at the sky. Snow is creeping down the mountains. Winter will be here soon. Ah, winter is coming. Yes, we've heard this. We know this. Oh, this is all overgrown. Is the Abbey like shut down? Like people don't come here anymore? Even the old guest house is falling apart. Or is it that they killed their carpenter off? Oh, it looks pretty run down. Hey, Gertrude. Oh, look, the garden's gone. Oh, this is an old cat. Hi. Oh, that's the son of the other cat. I can't pet the kitten? Unfair. Where all these dried herbs come if the garden's gone? Is nothing going on at the Abbey? Hello, Margaret. Oh, she's blind. You don't normally come to a convent alone. What brings you here? Not that you're not welcome, of course. It's always wonderful to have visitors. I had some spare time and I thought I'd say hello. Oh, well, hello. Haha. It's good to hear your voice, so I enjoy it when outsiders visit the convent. Do you miss the outside world much? Yes, sometimes. I miss the other Benedictine sisters, especially. Where are they? Oh, I thought that might explain where they are, not what that word means. She'd never admit it, but sister blah blah blah. Oh, nope, hold on. A little band. Oh, we get a little bot. Just had to ban a little bot real quick. You know, even though you're a little bot spammer, at least you followed first. That's what I always say. Could you have the decency to follow? And then spam. Oh. Alright. We have fun here. Beep. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. Sorry, everybody. Just give me a second. Okay. Boom. And we're back. She'd never admit it, but Sister Elizabeth had the most wonderful voice. Oh, okay. Are they all gone? Why stay then? Oh, why didn't you leave when they left? Oh, so they did leave. Truth be told, I was too frightened to leave. That makes sense. I didn't like the idea of becoming accustomed to a new place. Learning the convent's ins and outs was hard enough. Yeah, I get that. I never went outside the convent much anyways. I know where everything is here, even if it's changed over the years. Sister Gertrude has already planned to stay too. The garden always needs tending. Now there's 2 hands make light work. Oh, no offense, but the garden's gone. Besides, I can't leave Master Feng behind. That's the cat. Of course. How about of course? For the cat. Has the convent changed very much since somebody arrived? Yes, the food is simpler, and some of the prayers are different, but all the chores and gardening are the same. Gertrude misses making ink for the scriptorium, but I've enjoyed learning the system's new customs. She makes ink for the scriptorium? That was a long time ago, so it's weird to mention it now. Did she keep making ink? like purple ink. Speaking of which, I should probably return to my chores. Of course, apologies for interrupting. See you later. Big gulps, huh? All right. So, I'm kind of learning through playing here, but it sounds like not a lot of people are left. Oh, who's this lady? Okay. There's at least 3 people here. That door's locked. Okay. So this is the shrine. So people made a pilgrimage to come to the shrine to look at this hand here. So the hand. The poor Clares. The poor Clares. An order of contemplative nuns founded by Saints Clare and Francis of Assisi. As the name suggests, poor Clares are devoted to extreme poverty. They subsist purely on the donation of alms. Oh! So the people who were kind of like taking over this abbey before left, and now these like new types of nuns are in. Wow, look, it's completely run down. Or I guess burned down is what actually happened. That's what happened in the last act, 17 years ago. So it's only the shrine and the garden. That's it. Okay. So there is another way around this way. Let's see what else is here. That's it. Wow. Such a central figure of the game up until this point. Okay, as far as I know, that's it. We have no use for going back there. Wow. Okay, I don't know if they made the game smaller, condensing the action into a smaller area, or if that's going to become relevant later. I think not. Wow. Okay, I'm actually a little surprised. All right, let's sit down at the desk and write our letter. All right, where to begin? At the beginning. Dearest Esther, Esther, Dad sends his regards, like usual. We gotta get the key item out of the way. I spent the last few days collecting oak galls. Is any of this going to be important? I don't suppose you had a chance to do that in Prague. Sister Gertrude has been teaching me how to grind them into smooth ink. Nice. It's difficult work, but you'll find no better ink anywhere. I'll send along a bottle with this letter. Nice. Oh, did I mention Dad started a new project? He's painting a mural of the history to memorialize the revolt. The whole thing has me thinking about my own family history. Okay, all I want, game, are some answers. Here we go. Give me some answers. I don't think I want to stay in Tassing forever. Okay. Printing shop has been in the family for years. I'm looking forward to taking over. No, I don't want to stay here forever. No, get me out of here. But what I really want to know is about the history of this town, that is the hidden history that was in this book that the Baron had, the first person that was murdered, whatever, 25 years ago. Dad says I should take over the shop, but I want to do more with my life. Not just take over a print shop, but some tiny town in the Alps. If I married a master printer, then I could become part of the Printers Guild. Then I'd be able to send my dad my extra earnings, and he could make a name for himself in one of the cities. And yes, before I break the nib off your pen, I'll come visit you in Prague, I promise. I'll try to make some time to visit before winter. Life has been bustling here. Dad's been busy with the Rathus mural, so I've been taking over in the workshop. Well, he hasn't done anything with the mural yet, so it sounds like some excuses, just throwing it out there. I'm sure it'll be the sight to behold once it's finished. Right back to me soon. All my love. All my loving. All my kissing. Oh, Can we... Is this the time of day? Is it October 22nd? Go to bed. What options do I have? Do I have to go to bed? What would be the only other thing that I'd want to do other than go to bed? In this town, I'm trying to think like... Hey, Mags, don't call me that. Like, what else is out here? I'm thinking, like, these people are... The people that I used to... The older people that I used to know were probably not alive, right? Empty house. Yeah, it's an empty house. This was Attila's house. Shame it's been left to rot. Well, especially a shame considering how hard it was for her to keep it away from the church's death taxes. So this used to be a dead end. This is still a dead end. I think I just have to do what the game is saying and go to bed. It definitely feels smaller in Act 3. I wonder if Act 3 is just meant to be shorter. Do I sleep down here, or does Dad sleep down here? I guess I sleep down here. It's late. I should get some rest soon. Go to sleep. Yep, comb that hair. Oh, here we go. Something's happening. Dad? Dad? Magdalene? Oh, no. Oh, I hope he's not the one that's murdered. He got the warning letter. Whoa! Dad. What happened? Are you alright? You're bleeding. Someone came into the house. Why were you downstairs, though? They hit me over the head. I'll go get Dr. Stoltz. Try not to move. Magdalene, it's not safe. Whoever attacked me. This wound is too deep for me to take care of on my own. We need Dr. Stoltz. I can't carry you across down. Ugh. Something tells me he's going to die no matter what I do, but I'm going to... I don't know. If this were me, I would, like, try to pack the wound and then go get help, I guess. Alright. Magdalene, be careful. I'll be right back, I promise. I was going to say, I have no reason for me to be careful because... they're not going to be able to hurt me, but then in the second act, no, they did. They straight up killed my character, so. Oh, he's still alive? Gotta say, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Do you know why anyone would want to attack you, Klaus? No, maybe someone didn't like one of the books I sold them. No, that's not. Are you sure you didn't see a shadow hit your head? Are you sure you didn't see a shadow and hit your head on the printing press? Okay, Big Yorg. Get out of here with that. You saw the workshop. Somebody was looking for something. A burglar in Tassing? That's preposterous. Really? Is that preposterous, considering there's been several murders here? Well, if it wasn't an attack, what was it? Enough. It was a deliberate blow to the head, unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis. Oh yeah, doctors, especially at this time, very full of themselves. As I thought. Truthfully, Klaus, I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull. It's a grave injury. You'll need to help take care of your father. I will. How about obviously? Of course, the mural will have to be called off for now. Oh, really? The mural is called off? Oh, big surprise. No, it has to be done. It's too important. Just give the man some time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. I don't think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait? Klaus, your health comes first. Anyways, we haven't been able to agree on what the mural should be. Indeed, it might be best to abandon the entire idea. Oh, be quiet, Father Thomas. With respect, Father Thomas, you are not on this council. Oh, snap. Yes, just offering an opinion. I can paint the mural. What next? Quit joking around. Oh, is that what's happening? I'm painting the mural? I know you want to help your dad, but aren't you too young for something this big? I don't know, actually. I have no idea what my skills are. Oh. Okay. I've been painting since before I could walk. I'm old enough to run a print shop by myself. My dad trusts me to illustrate his books. I'm older than Otts. He's on the town council and he doesn't even do anything? That one's pretty funny. Let's skip the debate. We all know I'm capable of doing this, so... Okay, here we go. We're going to use our talent that we argued for. Dot, dot, dot. If you don't trust Magdalene to do the mural, the hell with a lot of you. Okay, here we go. Klaus! If you don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again. Wow. Alright, I say we let her. Doesn't look like we have much of a choice. No, it doesn't look like you have much of a choice, actually. Very well. Alright, Magdalene. You can do it! But you still need to talk to us about what you're doing, alright? Oh, really? Do I? Of course, fine, but I'm taking Dad's ideas into account. Yep, we're saying that one. Well, we'll figure it out. Thanks. So somebody may have hit him on the head and tried to kill him to stop the mural. And I'm going to do the mural anyways, so am I the new target? I'll do my best. Okay. Magdalene, just a moment. Oh, really? Yes, what is it? Your father's lucid right now, but his injury is severe. His current demeanor is misleading. Oh, tell me more. I know the injury is severe. I saw the blood. How about that? There is damage to his brain. You even know what a brain is? He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left. But he's not going to survive. Whoa! How about we get some ice on it? Can we take him to see a surgeon? No, he can't be moved in this condition. In fact, he shouldn't be moved at all. Even if he could, I don't think the finest Italian surgeons would know how to deal with trauma like this. So he's just going to die? And there's nothing I can do about it. You can make him comfortable, and you can enjoy the time you have left. But time will run out before long. Oh, great. Perfect. Well, this guy's got great news. Thanks for all the help. Appreciate it. Dad needs to be able to see the mural in its finished form. Okay. But I don't know how much time he has left. Warner said it could be a few months, or... God protect him. I'll pick up where my dad left off. He wanted to paint the history of Tassing from its earliest days to the revolt. Does that mean I'm going to find out what the actual, earliest days are? Because that's what I'm most interested in. That is what I'm most interested in. Then I'll move on to the founding of the Abbey and Tassing Saints. See, the Saints is where I think there's some things where people would be mad. But at this whole time, I thought it was somehow connected to the clergy, but the reality is the clergy hasn't, done anything. So I don't even know how that would be connected. So, short story long, I have no idea. Depicting his revolt is important to Dad. People in town scenes might know some of the town history, but not all of it. Okay. So this act is about essentially creating the, like, collecting the history of the town. I should write to her now while I'm thinking about it. Oops. I think I missed a phrase in there. Because I wasn't paying attention. Alright. Oh, to Mother Illuminata. Yeah, okay. Where's she at? Dad told me about the last priorities, knew something about the old history. She said she'd become an abbess of a convent in Bologna. Oh, I should write to her. Alright, I gotta write to a bunch of people. So I'm guessing this is not going to take over one day like the other one. Oh. Oh, how do I address it? She would probably like some formality. Formerly prioress of Curacao, formerly librarian. How about formerly librarian? Because what we want out of her is primarily information, right? My name is Druckerin. I don't believe we've ever met. Very young when you left. I'm the daughter. Here we go. I'm the daughter. We're printers. Straightforward. You were acquainted with my father. You bought many books from the library before the terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural. I was going to tell the history of our community and the town as well. We have only legends and folklore, since, of course, the books were destroyed in the fire. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town, when the Romans were here. Oh, really? If you know anything about the early histories of the Abbey itself, we would also be so glad to hear it. Okay. We would appreciate any help you could give and hope you're well. Okay. Oh, here we go. It's like, do we even get to write this letter? My father spoke highly of you. Father spoke highly of you, especially cared for the library. Oh, what does she care about? Wouldn't mind a personal question. Is it hard to return to Italy after being here for so many years? How about how she cared for the sisters after the fire? Let's try to, like, appeal to her better nature. And then, of course, she's a sister. There's no other way to end that. If you want to finish the mirror before Christmas, I should start planning tomorrow. That's it? Is it already bedtime? I should head to bed? What? It's already bedtime? What? That's it? So in the first game, it was all about, like, you having... Oh, yeah. Can I investigate the blood? No, I guess I'm not trying to investigate. I'm trying to get the town history. In the first game, you had, like, 72 hours to solve a murder, and, like, that was it. Let's see how he's doing. We should probably let him rest, but how you feeling? Can I get anything for you? No, I'm fine. You go on. All right, I'll come back and check with you later. Okay. I guess we go to bed? The game is actually not even letting me leave. Right? I can't exit. All right, we're going to bed. Oh, it's late. I should get some rest soon. Yeah, go to sleep. Oh. Oh. Ah. Wait, what? Just like 2 weeks goes by? Yeah, okay, so this is so different than the first parts of the game, where every, like, hour really mattered. Okay. Mr. Strucker, I have a few letters to address to you. Oh, good, we got the letter, dude. Take care now. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you, thank you. All right. Well, what are we going to learn? Mother Luminata wrote back to me. I hope her response is, help me paint the mural. Oh, are we like, is this why this is a dark scene here? We're going to paint the mural? Thank you for your letter. I hope this reply finds you and your father in good health. I remember you both as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. I also remember your late mother and brother. While we did have some books that discuss Tassie's past, it's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbors believe. Okay, rude. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tillman, read about the history of the town. Okay, so there was a book that the Baron had in the first act that had the real history, and he said it was quite, scandalous. I know he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows what he learned. Yeah, absolutely. I should also say that it's not true that all the Curse's books were destroyed by the fire. Oh, really? Andreas Maler managed to save some of them from the flames. I do remember that. My character grabbed a bunch. In the aftermath of that terrible night, cataloging and preserving the surviving books was not the top of any of our minds. Even so, the topic stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was the death, the murder of the Baron. I remember. He had mentioned something about finding a copy of the Historia. That's the one I was just talking about. A comprehensive chronicle of your home. I forgot about it until now. I didn't forget. Because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in those days and weeks that followed. It troubles me now because I recall that the late father was also reading a copy shortly before he died. Oh. So there might have been... That might be related. He was not murdered, though. He just died of old age. I think, actually, that was before our time. We never accounted for either book's whereabouts. They'd been hidden somewhere in the library and went up with everything else. Maybe, perhaps, Lucky took it from the Baron after the murder. Oh, so Lucky was the guy who we accused of the murder, but he probably didn't do it. Though, given the stonemason's murder, it seems unlikely. Exactly. The motive was not related to the book. Then again, God only knows why he did what he did. The Baron's manservant believed it may have been stolen by the town thief, Martin, who we know later died. If Martin is still alive, I would ask him if he knows where the book is. So the guy who's pretending to be Martin is like somebody he met along the road. He's not actually Martin. Hopefully he didn't trade it off for a mug of beer. If the man has passed from this world, perhaps his family knows where the books wound up. Okay, so we've got a lot of leads. And it's second and third generations of other leads. As for the history of the Abbey, I fear it was also lost in the blaze. However, as sacrosanct, Friar Matthew, is he still alive, learned a great deal about the subject. I've not kept in contact with him, but I know that he is now the Archdeacon of Sion. A once free imperial city in the Holy Roman Empire became the capital of Vallis. Alright. I don't know anything about these places. He's no longer a Benedictine, but he still uses his family name. Okay. If you write to him soon, your letter may reach you before snow covers. Please convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend. Could you imagine just at the time you're like, just to the town, Father Matthew of Sion. Like, please find him. That's crazy. Despite the violence that occurred, I hold no ill will towards anyone from Tassing. Oh, good. I pray that you have seen better days since that night. Bless you as well. Mother Luminata, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think that went well. I don't know if how we wrote our letter would have mattered. Oh, Esther wrote as well. I don't think this one matters as much for the actual mission. This is just flavor. Or maybe it's not. My parents were glad to hear from your father. Please tell him. Aww. They just wanted to twist the knife a little. Speaking of printing, your ink was well received indeed. I made several prints with it. They look lovely on the wall. Somebody has taken to making his own ink from scraps he found around the house after he saw yours. Mother was furious when he spent several pfennigs, it's probably money, trying to find lapis at the market. Oh, to make blue? She sent him scrubbing the floors for it. Took him 3 days. Some dirty floors. I'm glad you're keeping busy, even though it keeps you from visiting. Father says we'll have a room whenever you decide to make an appearance. Though really, if you don't plan to stay in Tassings, you ought to come sooner rather than later. Oh, how much has changed since we wrote this letter, right? There are plenty of beautiful young Christian men around town, printers and academics alike. Or maybe something else, you'd have your pick. Prague is a good city for me as well. For the expulsion, there was a handsome man at the synagogue. The expulsion? I gotta say, not super up on my history, but I'm fairly certain this is a 15... Well, it doesn't sound good. Let's put it that way. His father is a merchant, and he's a doctor. He went to the university. Can you believe it? I'd quite like to marry him if I can find him again. Anyways, I think you'd have better luck than me. The boys would always swoon on a beautiful blonde artist from the Alps. Please keep us abreast of your father's mural. We'll have to come see it when it's finished. Oh, none of this is happening anymore. Now my mural. And he's on his deathbed. So, I have to write Esther back tonight. I should head home and check on Dad. What? No, I have leads to follow. What? Okay, I guess. We have lots of things to do, like, no offense, but... Oh, Magdalene. Sitting up is all right. Still a struggle, I'm afraid. The dizziness makes my stomach turn, so I'd rather not eat at the moment. Are you sure I can bring something light, like milk or broth? No, I can't stomach anything just yet. But tell me, where are you off to? I need to get started on this first part of the mural today, the old history. Mother Illuminata didn't know much about Tassing's early history, but she did give me a few places to start. I'm going to ask Black Till if his grandfather used to tell many stories. Oh, that's the Hertzu guy or whatever. Mother Illuminata. Right. Right, yes. Young Kruger has mentioned those tales from time to time, yes. Comes by to borrow books from now and then. Okay. Usually when he's found something interesting, old ruins out in the field, you might ask about it. Okay, the old ruins did have stuff. Little Peter is always harumphed about how no one paid attention to the old ways anymore. That's true. I'm sure he'll have some stories. Oh, he's still alive? Okay. I can hardly understand him these days. Okay. Sure. Why would we say no? Of course. It's nice to feel useful, even if I'm stuck here in bed. Nonsense. I'm just glad you're awake. You might want to talk to Smokey. Okay. The old charcoal burner. Yep. Needs to know more what's going on in town. He's a huge gossip. That's why he knows stuff. He's known as a gossip. Okay. Alright, game. I'm ahead of you. He's always been kind to me when I chat with him. He'll certainly know something about the ruins. Why is my character's like responses kind of a little snotty? Like, ooh, he's so rude. What about the ruins and the old mines? I can't use books and stories alone. So I did explore in Act 2 a little bit of the ruins, and there was clearly like writings on the wall that I didn't understand. I wonder if my character can go there. I want to explore whatever's left in the ruins. Or the salt mines. Oh, we finally get to go to the salt mines. So that's why this world felt a little smaller, because we're actually going to explore areas that we didn't go to before. Oh, you take after your mother. Blah blah blah. Research. You always do the good thing too. All right. I know the twins mess around the salt mines, but I don't want you getting hurt. I don't know why Jorg doesn't keep them in line. Always making trouble, those two. Don't worry about me. They don't have brains enough to keep up. No. I'm not gonna have a bunch of rude responses for no reason. Don't forget your other chores as well. We're running around. We still have a household to run. Don't worry, I'll get everything done. That's my girl. I better get going if I want to get all those things done. Yep. See you later. Yeah, like, no offense. Like, I know the story. I get it. We need to talk to her dad. I get it. But I, the player, want to get moving. So I need to write a letter. Okay, so the letter, it seems like the way this game works is the letter's like the last thing you do. Okay, Steiner, Albie. Where's this guy's house? Andreas. Where's the Kurtz dude? Is that him? Hans. Oh, here we go. Okay, Blacktill, Ava. Hi, Magda. Oh, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping Mom. Oh, you're really pretty. Oh, thank you. Hee hee. Oh, thank you. Don't tell, it's a secret. I definitely won't? I don't know. You're funny. Thanks. I don't know, that was a weird interaction. Hello, Ava. Otz isn't here. I don't want to talk to Otz. I wasn't looking for him. No? Are you sure? I think he wandered off town. Oh, something about the council, but if you ask me, I think he's looking for you. That's sweet of him. He's been dropping by more often lately. I'm sorry to disappoint. What, doesn't he do any real work? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say any of these things. I don't like any of these. He's always working on town business these days. Still mastering carpentry, too. I suggest a few years ago he takes up an apprenticeship, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Let's talk to the person we're here to actually talk to. Skip. Oh, oops. Maybe I should have been paying attention. I think Dad misses Mom even after all these years. Do you ever miss Otto? Ooh, boy. Maybe I shouldn't bring this up. I see him in the little thing that Otto does anyway. He smiles or how he laughs. I miss my husband. I'm proud of Otto. He's grown into a capable young man. I'm excited to see him grow into a husband and father. I'll make a wonderful partner. Whoever he marries will be a lucky woman. We'll say that. Why do we need to be rude to his mom? I think it's all about time finding a match. Oh my goodness. Whew. Still going, huh? Anyways, I'm sure you have things to do. I'll let you get back to them. I sure do. Thanks. This was the guy we're actually here to talk to. Thought it was just going to be like a hello, how are ya? But before we, huge gossip. Oh, yeah. So before we actually talk to this guy, which will be our first, like, real, our real actual thing that we do to the quest since the inciting incident, Val has redeemed Mr. Rogers' quote of the day. Let's see. Here we go. You'll be the one to decide your next steps. And the next steps won't all be easy. Not by any means. But if they're honest, they'll be worth the try. Well, there you go. What a lovely quote. You'll be the one to decide your next steps. And the next steps won't all be easy. But not by any means. But if they're honest, they'll be worth a try. There you go. Great little quote of the day. All right. Thank you, Val, for the redemption. Let's dive into this conversation. Oh, do you have a moment? Of course, what do you need? Ott says you've been obsessed with your painting. Like, not obsessed, that's, like, rude. I'm looking into the early history of the Tassines. Yes. Ott is just jealous, I'm not gonna say that. I mean, do we want to respond to what he said, or do we want to, like, get into the, like... Alright, let's push back. Oh, here we go. Balsa and I have been working on speed of production at the press. I made up a story for Andreas saying Rick, like Seymour is slain the great Minotaur in the labyrinth. Let's do like the Tinkerer stuff. This will be remembered. The mirror is just my main focus at the moment, given my dad's condition. Okay, cool. All right, maybe we'll get that opportunity to tinker stuff. You've always been a clever girl. It doesn't care about sex, it doesn't distract you from your responsibilities, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, what is it that you wanted to know? I'm looking into the early histories, yes. Mother Luminata said your grandfather reads history of the town. Seems like an old pot shards and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. Okay. All of Granddad's readings came from the Abbey Library, though. And you know what happened there. Poof, up in smoke. Yeah, well, I need something. So you don't have any of his old books? Only a few. Granddad tried to buy some when the Abbey fell on hard times, but they were too expensive. Okay. But I can show you something better than books. Yes, yes. Yes, anything will help. Right. So we don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots. Oh, that's what he was talking about. And animals, bricks from what looked like an old forge, mountains of the salt. Mountains of salt. Maybe this is the salt mine. Even found a little bear carved from amber. Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. Where'd you find all these stuff? Were you keeping all these stuff? Ooh. Where are you keeping all this stuff? That's what I want to know. Nowhere. We just toss them in piles with the rest of our rocks and root clumps. What? Sure, it's interesting, but we can't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it. You find all this stuff? I was going to ask that anyways. Not just me, Carl finds the Fabian too. Any farmer will tell you the same. Really? So the farmer's just digging out in the field. Yeah, that's it. Can't go a season without turning up something new. Wow! What do you think this all means? I don't know. How do you think these people lived? Right. Rough, I'd say, but comfortable. Well, what does that mean? We don't find much of their clothes or their houses, so they must have rotted. I guess that would mean they were living in huts. Okay, this guy's a little bit of a little anthropologist right here. Okay, give him a little credit. Give him a little credit. Nope, my controller's flashing. Why is my controller flashing? It's been doing this lately. But their tools are good quality. Alright, to plug it in again. Oh, I know I mentioned this like once a stream, but I'm fairly disappointed with this controller. Oh, and just when I went to plug it in, it is now working. I don't know why, but I assumed they lived in caves. They weren't Christians, no doubt about that. But they weren't animals either. Well, yeah. I'd say they had it hard, but they got by. So no different from today, really. Earlier you mentioned something about salt. Yes. We're headed to the mine, so that's what we're going to ask about. Had to have, I'd say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. That's why tasking was so important to the Romans. It was the first place. Salt. In the first place, sorry, salt. I always wonder why they'd settle in such a small alpine town. Yeah, you gotta harvest salt. Do you think there's anything left? Yes, we want to go down there. I don't know, but anything left would have been better preserved than what we dig out of the fields. Absolutely true, that makes sense. ... Tell me you aren't thinking of going down there. Yeah, absolutely. What if there's stuff... Lie... Oh, no, we're not gonna lie. Yeah, let's go. Don't be mad at me. Mine says hundreds of year olds. You could break your neck just getting in there. Sure. Well, should we like use our ability to tell him like a little story? We'll do that. Maybe so, but he mocked the gods and failed in his quest. Okay. Well, I didn't know the rest of the story. Imagine how your dad would feel if he got hurt. Ooh, I have the haggler background. Mentioned helping out townsfolk. Did I mention that? Okay. Then help me get down there safely. Nice. Yes. Okay, we got a persuasion check. It's part of this game, by the way. And your father. Probably couldn't keep you out of there if he tried. ... Please till... Alright. Don't know how you can get down there myself, but I know the twins have gotten there time to time. No doubt they have a trick. Yes, we were going to talk to them anyways. And Balthus might not be the most reliable man. Okay, well, we already work for him, so we're good there. Thank you. I promise I'll be careful. How about that? I'll hold you that, young lady. It's been a big help. The pagan history really wasn't what I expected. Okay, how about this has been a big help? Why is she so rude? I mean, she's not rude because I don't pick that option. Izard says, sweet, sweet soul. Exactly. That's a big, big time money. Big time money. Glad to spread some knowledge around. Important for folks to know their past. Although you didn't tell me too much. I think all the pagan stuff will make it in the mural. I can bring some of the things the boys and I have found over the rest of tomorrow if that will help. Absolutely do it. That'd be great. Yes. I'm glad you're taking an interest. No one cared about pagans, like my granddad did. Yep. I should warn you, if you do head into the forest, keep an eye out for the old lord's men. They're strict, worse now than they used to be. Really? I'll be careful. Until tomorrow. She'll be careful until tomorrow, or I'll be careful and then I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so we want to talk to Apollo and Artemis. We want to talk to Peter. There's so many people we need to talk to. This is 1543. So the game calls itself medieval. I call it maybe early Renaissance. But it is set in 1543. So little Peter was a really old man. How are you? How's Klaus? Like, no offense, but like, I have a lot of people to talk to. It's hard to know for certain. One day he seems. Neither is doing well. I'm having trouble coping with the stress. No, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, I'll keep praying for Dribble. Thanks. This lady's held up. Thank you, Clara. She's from the first act. Very kind of you. Busy left, so blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, come by to help. Besides, we can chat. Makes time pass quickly. Like, I don't mean to be rude. I accidentally clicked on her, so, like, Oh, yeah. I heard Peter was... Okay, so this is the right house for Peter. I want to find Peter. And their great-grandfather doesn't seem to be struggling. Puts me where he talks about Peter. My husband and I live in his latter years. He was an angry man. Peter wanted what was right for his family, regardless of what was meant for his relationship with anyone else. I was horrified when he burned the abbey. But I still loved him. I felt great shame over the relief when the revolt was over, that it was done. I no longer had to worry about his anger or whether he would shout at the children. I can only pray that God and the brothers forgave him. Okay. I don't know. You live through hard times. Feel grateful. Blah blah blah. I need to find him. So I'm at the right place, but there we go. I was trying to go upstairs. Hey, this is where Andreas stayed in the very first game. Cool. So I'm looking for a super old man named Peter. Oh, here he is. He's literally right here. That's what I was looking for this whole time. Hello, Peter. Can I talk to you for a moment? Okay, so this guy knows something. Oh, Iser, you were off. Well, so the thing about, not a history expert, but the thing about this time period from the 15 to the 1700s, it's like, depending on where you were, things stretch from medieval to like well into the Renaissance. So this is some Alps town in like Bolivia or something. So who knows? They could be 100 years behind, Rome. I was wondering if you could tell me some stories. Yeah, I guess that's what we're looking for. Oh, the old tales, huh? Cough. I don't mean to rush this guy, but we might need to rush this guy a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? He's been so long since anyone thought to ask me what I know. There's still a few old tales knocking about this skull. Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Give me those old tales. Are there any myths from before the Romans? Yeah. We want before, right? Of course there are. The Romans were the first. So right now I'm wondering if right now we're researching the pagans, and then we're breaking this into sections. That might be what we're doing. And then we paint that part of the mural, and then we move on. That's what I think we're doing. So let's focus. There are spirits older than the saints that lives in the woods, older than the Romans. They protected Tassines before the saint ever blessed. Set a blessed foot in the town. What sort of spirits? Father Thomas says the only gods. The only spirits causing trouble. Nope. What sort of spirits? The sorts that I'm getting at. Didn't your father teach you patience? Oh boy. This guy is like so old. It's Percha and the wild hunt that scares the evil ones away. They protected Tassine since its founding day. Long before the Romans, our ancestors roamed these mountains under a great chieftain called Ratus? I don't know. Wait, isn't that a Latin name? Eh? The ending on his name is the masculine singular ending common most male Roman names. Plenty of names with the same letters. Doesn't make them Latin, does it? That's pretty funny. Now, quit your yammering and listen. Folks weren't as kind as they are now, and the tribes fought one another for the best land. The old chieftain was a yellow-bellied coward who neglected the old gods. He was too proud to make offerings. Is this Germany? I don't know. Because of him, the gods favored another tribe, and Ratus? I'm never going to get these names right. People had no land to call their own. Instead, they wandered through these mountains and valleys, hunting and gathering on what they could survive. Oh. One day, when winter was approaching, they went hunting and found a wounded wolf tangled in a trap. But instead of killing the beast, as most men would, he helped the beast and loosed it from its bounds. Cool. The wolf is a spirit in disguise. Why would he do that? Alright, the wolf was a spirit in disguise. Of course. Of course. Wolves are... Well, of course not. Wolves are wolves. Spirits don't need to skin the animals. Okay, alright. You've got the sense of things. The old gods had been keen to repay the favors. And the wolves are her animals, and she leads the wild hunt. And the wolves lead the hunt of the forest. The wild hunt is a concept repeated. Passing Germany? Huge area in the middle of the country? Well, there you go. I never bothered Googling where this was set. So thank you for the information. Back in the day, folks knew I had bad luck to kill a wolf. Now I'm the only one who remembers these things. Cough, cough. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't probably go around killing wolves either. Saw action and took favor on him. And told the wolf to lead the chief to the sacred spring. He led his people to the spring and claimed it for his homeland, and we've been in this valley ever since. Dr. Google does know all, indeed. Then those Romans came and destroyed everything, but you see, there were other gods protecting this place before the saint. This is why so few of us still honor her. She's protected us against the witches and fiends. Wonderful story, perfect for the first part of the mural. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Good, good. Nice to know I can still be of some use in this town. What about the Romans? Whew. Roman legends, pa. I don't bother with stories from outsiders. Tales of gods that are not my own. The Romans did nothing but conquer our people and destroy this town. They spent generations after generations building castles back up from the old days. And still our traditions keep dying with no one to carry them on. Only Ursula's giving a damn about them these days. Oh, do I need to talk to her? I'm asking about them right now. That's why I wanted to know. These stories need to be on the mural. The mural, Fine, fine, but I don't know any of the old Roman stuff. All right, all right. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for sharing the stories with me. At least someone wants to listen to me. Little Ursula used to sit by me years ago and listen to everything from these old customs. Too busy for that now, of course. But you still might talk to her. She remembers more than I do. Okay, yeah, I'll talk to her. Used to listen to the window. Yep, she's dead, though. Okay, I'm tired. Talking has made my jaw ache. Perfect. Let's get out of here. Humph. Okay, so we want to talk to... if Martin is still alive? He's not really Martin. He was never Martin? Well, it wasn't never Martin. So Martin was this, like, troublemaker who ran off, joined a gang. Okay, so this is his kid. Oh, there he is. And then he joined a gang, met this guy who looked a lot like him, and they were, like, robbing somebody, and Martin died, and this guy was like, I'm going to take over this guy's life. It sounds pretty good. Morning, how's Klaus? So I guess my character wouldn't know that, right? Dury, even when his speech is slurred, he keeps cheerful at heart. I don't know what life would be like without him. Okay, but our goal is to find the book, but he wouldn't know anything about this. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. He's one of the few Atassians who hasn't been on my back all this time. What do you mean? Don't pretend like you haven't heard townfolks have whispered stuff about me for years. So what if I occasionally get into a few brawls? I'm an honest man. I wasn't involved in what happened with Otto's. Okay. Support of his cause. Oh yeah, there was... suspicion was thrown on him, but we didn't... whatever. I pulled my weight around here, tilled the soil, provided for them. Yes, yes, yes. Don't even get me started. What about Agnes? Always nagging at me, saying I'm disappointed compared to Lucky. Oh boy. I wasn't even here when he died. Maybe that's the issue. We weren't here when he died. How about I say nothing? Agnes is a bitter crone who should leave me be. I've done enough backbreaking work for this family. Can't a man just have a rest? We're always getting into fights. Support you. I'm going to say I believe you, because we want information out of him. Right. I lost enough time as it is. Time for you to go. But wait, I almost forgot the reason I came. I'm trying to learn what happened in history and testing. I was told you could help. Me? How do I know about history? I heard you stole a book from the Baron all those years ago. He was the one who was murdered. Told me you borrowed a book of local history. We'll say that one, because he's not going to want to admit to a crime. Mother Illuminata? Oh, you mean one of the old nuns from the convent? Sure, a book. I might have taken it back then. Because he's not going to know anyways. That was a lifetime ago. I can't remember the book or what I did with it. Those years are a blur. Probably threw it away somewhere or left it at home. Wouldn't have been much time for me. The book I can't read. Too unique for me to have sold, too. No one outside of Tassin cares about the history anyways. Maybe I should if she remembers anything about it? Yep. Sure. Couldn't hurt. It was decades ago. But she's the one who remembers stuff. Okay, I didn't actually think he would be that useful, but maybe he'd be like, oh yeah, I found this book all these years ago. You know. Okay, I've got work to do. Alright. It's actually kind of nice when someone that I'm looking for... I don't know, that was like pretty... that was succinct. Some of these conversations ramble. Let's go. I'm eager to continue work on the mural. I have so much to do before Christian. How about that? I'm certain, blah, blah, blah. Taskings when you're through. You've always been your mother's talent for art. How's your dad? His mind is fading. I pray for him every night. Blah, blah, blah. In some ways, after the revolt, you became everyone's daughter. Great. I feel thorn in the side of everyone now that I'm painting the mural. That's sweet. I wish the council saw it the same way. Oh, you mean? They don't mean anything by it. They love you. They're worried about praising the Lord. It's not fair for you, but it is what it is. All right, whatever. I hope the doctor's taking your family seriously. Caring for someone isn't an easy task. All right, let's get to the book, man. But I believe we'll put your dad through whatever the doctors say. We need him. Yeah, you're right. Okay, whatever. God willing. Let's talk about that book. If your dad doesn't come through all this, oh, okay, can we like? I can't think that far ahead right now because I'm thinking about the book I'm looking for. Focus on the near here and now. Be here for your dad. You're a good girl. There are any number of families and tasks would be happy to take you. You have someone in mind, don't you? Okay, no. I promise you, I do not. Such a modest girl. Your dad raised you right. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I miss him. Yep. I know, we're all talking about who I'm going to be married off to, but I am here for research. I'm just going to start skipping this dialogue because I'm on a mission, and... Are you trying to set me up with your son? Oh, can you blame me for trying? Oh, I guess I'll consider it. I don't mean to remove it. Okay, I'm not sure we're a good match. How about that? Every marriage starts off on a solid footing. Blah, 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 blah. Ah, maybe I'll never get married. You know what? I desperately want out of this conversation. I came here to ask about the book, and all we've done is ask about our, lives and who I'm gonna marry and all of this other stuff, and it's just like, get me out of this conversation. There needs to be a end conversation button in this game. Okay. Skip. Oh, now you're gonna get back to chores? Oh, because I came here to ask about the book. There we go! I actually had a question about a book! Martin is supposed to have taken it. Do you know what happened to it? Oh. I hope this doesn't get me into trouble, but I still have it! Oh my goodness. All of that maybe was worth. Martin left it behind when he ran off. Why'd you keep it? What was I supposed to do with it? Baron was killed soon after, and there was holding his stolen book. I didn't want Martin to get in any more trouble than he already was in. I'm surprised Andreas never asked about this. This seems like a very important thing. I've never read it, though. I don't read well. Could I take it off your hands? I trust you to be true to your word, of course. I'd like you to have nothing more to do. If Frank reminds me of difficult times, the stolen book of a dead nobleman in our home. Perhaps it spoiled our milk and turned our eggs all these years. But here we are. Please don't tell anyone I had this. Oh my goodness, it's in Latin. I can understand a few words and phrases. I'll take a closer look in the evening. Yes. You've been a big help. This is exciting. This is exciting. You're off to learn, Grayley? Have a good night. Yeah. Bedtime soon. It is bedtime. It do be bedtime. Okay, so I was complaining about the dialogue with her, but I'm actually glad we got the book. The number one priority for me was getting that book. I've been looking for that book since Act 1. So, I don't know. So, let's check the journal. You'll need to help get down to the mine. Okay, so we'll go to Baltus for help. Illuminata. Okay, I got the book. Okay, so Apollo and Artemis are always up to no good around the salt mine. I should ask them if they know a safe way down the shaft. So I'm going to talk to the inventor and the young men who go around the shaft to see if I can find like a safe way down. I'm hoping the game is not actually right now forcing me to decide which one, because I want to talk to both of them, if that makes any sense. But before we do that, I'm going to take the quickest of breaks. Okay, so we want to talk to this guy about some kind of invention to get us into the mine safely. That's what's up. Everything is leading towards the mine. Hello, I was just going to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. Do you need something? Oh, finally someone wants to talk about my need. They don't want to talk about, like, who will, like, who I'm getting married to or anything like that. Ugh, okay. I need to get in the old salt mine, but I don't have a way. Yes, you must be quite the adventurer. Yeah. Ideally, we could rig up a double pulley system and lower and raise you. Yeah, that sounds good. But that might take a while. Do I have to go today? I guess I'm not a little sure on the length of time here. Would a good length of rope suffice? Yeah, that'd be fine. Are you strong enough to support your own weight? That's a good question. I don't actually know. Against the wall? I think so. I don't actually know how strong she is. Thank you! Of course! Hey, look at that! Make sure the ropes are secure. Okay, we still want to talk to the guys, though. Is that it? Yeah, I just have the rope on my waist. That so far has been the absolute easiest conversation. Okay. Let's have more of those, please. Okay. Who else do we need to talk to before we get going? Let's check the maps. Usually the dot means there's there's something we need to do there. Okay. Oh, yeah. The smoky guy and then the mine. Is that it? Isn't there other people we need to talk to? So I got the book. Apollo and Artemis always up to no good around the salt mine, so we'll get to them when we see the salt mine. So I guess we're good? Let's check the status of the mural. Okay, so the walls have been prepped. I think I'm right about the way this game is going to lay out. I think we are going to be painting it as we solve the history of the town. Okay. Alright, I think we're going to Smoky Gossip Guy. And then out of the town, right? There's nobody else we need to talk to, right? Nope, we already talked to him. Let's see. We've already talked to Martin. I'm trying to convince myself that I'm missing somebody, but the more I run around, the more I realize I've talked to literally everybody. Okay. Let's go talk to Smokes. And this lady... She celebrated the pagans. So is she... The house has been left there to rot? Or is she dead? You know what I mean? She celebrated the pagan. She'd be the only other person I'd want to talk to, so the only thing I can think is she's inside this house. And if she is... Nope, it's locked. Okay, we're off. We're off to the forest. Easy. Here we go. We want to talk to Smokey and the bandit. Oh, we do want to talk to him, but let's talk to Smokey first. So the way this game usually works is I'll be locked in. Once I like go down the mine, then I won't be able to talk to these people again. So we want to talk to all these people. Good day. Yes, yes, less. Old habits, I suppose. What brings you to my corner of the woods? More gossip. That's exactly it. Only ancient gossip. I'm wondering if you knew anything about the old pagan Roman times. Yeah. The mines? This is a new interest of yours. I don't see the town folks trek out here much anymore. Last I saw, those two twins were making trouble. Yes, yes, yes. I want to know about the history. Yes, I'm painting a mural, of course. The mines are the oldest part. And you keep a keen ear. I thought you might have heard something. I don't know about getting down in the mines, but I know only a fair few stories about them and the other Roman ruins around here. The old stories my father used to tell me when I was the burner of Tassing. When he was the burner. What exactly is... What are they doing? Like, burning all this wood. I actually don't know what they do. Like, they make coal, but... then the people use the coal? I don't know. Why don't they just burn the wood? I know so little about this. The one about Mars. Okay, the nymph was always my favorite. Okay, yeah. Tell me more. Oh, folk named the town after a pagan god. A Roman one at that. Okay, I don't mind telling you the tale, but I warn you, it's a bit bawdy. I've read plenty of Roman myths. I'm sure none will surprise me. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe not, but I won't have your father hounding me. Oh, it's okay. He's gonna die soon, so perfect. Tell me the bits that I remember, and so on. All right, what's the story? The legend says that Mars was hunting in the woods and spied a fat boar for the taking. He just pulled back his spear when he heard a woman scream in terror. Of course, the creature ran off, and the god was angry at the loss of his quarry. So he tramped through the woods to see why a woman was in the forest and not in the local town. Why would a god be hunting in the Tassing forest? Okay. How should I know? Maybe it's okay. All right, I don't know. Like, just keep going with the story. I don't know why I'm interrupting with pointless interjections. Besides, why should anything the gods make sense? These are the old days. Yes, of course. What do you mean proud? You're just trying to scare me? Ghosts aren't real? I just let him tell the story. Proud, like spirits and other evil things do. I can't say they walked through the woods like you or me. They prowled. All right, keep going. So Mars found a nymph, Tassa, bathing in the spring with a fat, ugly satyr goading her from the shore. Enraged at seeing the trapped nymph, Mars transformed into a wolf and slew the satyr. And in return, well, she bathed the god. Okay, got it. They bathed. I see. I got it. They bathed. Yes. I did warn you. Oh, yes. Scandalous. When Mars left the pool, he dripped into the ground and blossomed with flowers and crops. Perfect. That's why they say the valley is so fertile. Okay. Mars got around, didn't he? He was blah, blah, blah. Might have been tricky to paint a mural. I'm not sure the council approved. Oh, my. All right, whatever. He was a god of virility, wasn't he? Okay, so we probably won't use this story. But so much of the Romans left behind was destroyed over the years. But we still have the tales. We can never really destroy stories as long as there are people to tell them. Of course, the Romans left a hell of a lot behind, too. The town is more Roman than Bavaria, really. Well, I hope. Because of how long the Roman colony. That's ridiculous. Oh, right, the town was named after Tassia, a nymph. Okay. That, and how much the town is built upon the Roman foundations. Tassing is actually much smaller now than it was in the Roman days. At least that's what I make of it. The ruins go deep into the forest and all the way to the mine. Half of Tassing is built on Roman stone. Take a walk around town and you'll start noticing things. We used their stone to build. The old temple by the shrine has grown over, but the aqueducts run for miles. Yeah, I have seen this in previous quarters. Even though the abbey used to be an old Roman fort, you can see the Roman paved stones under the road if you look hard. It may not be Roman, but this town is. Okay, cool. Tassing built upon itself for hundreds of years. What a beautiful idea. I never realized how much we relied on the Romans for infrastructure. The old stones aren't much of a legacy. Whatever. What a beautiful idea. So maybe what I got from him is that second phase after the history is like the fact that we have continued building upon ourselves over the years. Let's go with that. I should go take a look at the mine, get a better sense of what things are actually like. Ah, nothing will stop you. Well, I won't either. Just keep an eye out for any wolves and satyrs you might see down there. Hey, I'll let you know if I see anything. Thanks for your help. Okay, Good luck. All right, that was fine. I don't know that we got, like, a ton from him, but it was good. Is there something I can do here? Knives need sharpening? Oh, this guy was here for a long time ago. Oh, I'd like to think so. I'm a tinkerer. I'm a tinkerer. Travel around and help people with sharpening knives, little things like that. Are you a printer's daughter? I am. And a printer. My father and I are both printers. You sample the wares much? What does that mean? Yes, I read books. Uh-oh. What? We're going to get in trouble again. Uh-oh. What? Trouble for me? What's he talking about? Nothing. Ignore him. What is he talking about? This one can't help but talk to people about the strange things he believes. Oh, he reads all sorts of books. Talks of old folks, gets ideas. Now, he doesn't bother the old smoky none. Bothers some other people a whole lot. Whatever. It doesn't bother me. Well, if it doesn't bother you, and it doesn't bother old smoking, sounds like there's nothing to worry about. Alright, he's going to tell us some old story. Here we go again, don't blame me. Again? So, book, strange ideas. Yes, there's the host. Consecrated elements of communion, also called the Lord's Supper and the Holy Communion. Oh, the Eucharist. Sorry, I've never seen that word typed out. Ooh, I'm a listener, not a reader. Holy Communion, what about it? More and more people believe the writings are rejecting transubstantiation. Okay, we got big words. The idea that the bread and wine of the Eucharist literally becoming the body of the Christ. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Yes. Well, there are two ways to look at it. The first is on the grounds that Wycliffe and Huss rejected it. Using our eyes and our senses, there is nothing... Okay, all right. So we are getting into, like, religious philosophy, and, you know what? I'm not here for this. Like, let's... I started a conversation with this guy. So what does it matter? You're saying we shouldn't take the communion? Okay. Great. Let's go ahead and get through this conversation. No, I'm sorry. No, I think I've heard enough. See you later. It all sounds very interesting, but to be honest, I'm on a mission. Of course. Until later. Whew. Alright, let's go talk to the boys. Let's hear from the boys. They're going to give us a way into the town. Hello, Apollo. What are you doing? Looking for frogs. Artemis says he saw the other day. We weren't trying to collect a bunch. Oh, I do love frogs. What do you need frogs for? Like I tell you, you'll snitch. Rude. I won't. If you don't tell me, maybe I'll snitch. Your mother won't be happy to hear. You know what? I'll say that. Artemis always says mom doesn't care. Mom yells. That's about it. Oh, no, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I shouldn't have tried to blackmail him. The Great Frog Plague of 1543. Oh. They want to do something with frogs? Oh, hey, don't you need something? I'm a little busy right now. Still catching frogs? Yeah, let's figure out these frogs. He can't keep his mouth shut. What do you want to know? I want to see what our forefathers Roman left behind. Is the ruin, the mural. You want to see our secret hideout for a mural? Yes, yes, yes. I only want to see if they left anything down there. Your secret hideout, but everybody knows you two hide down there. All right. Yeah, but they don't know how to climb down there, do they? It's secret enough. Good point. Why should I show you how to get in? Whatever, I got a rope anyways. Because we're friends? You told my mother that when I cut my... You told my mother when I cut my hair so I didn't have to wear braids 5 years ago. Oh. Oops. Look, I'll show you how to get in the mine under one condition. Help you catch frogs? No telling, no stitching, no questions asked. Okay. Father Thomas has been droning on or on about the plagues of Egypt, right? Apollo and I... Paul and I are collecting frogs to hide in the tabernacle. When Father Thomas opens it on Sunday, frogs will go everywhere. Seems like a bad idea. Why in the world would you want to do that? How about that? Father Thomas keeps saying Apollo and I are on the path of a rebellious Egyptians. Okay. We're going to prove him right and summon a bunch of frogs en masse. Okay. So we stole the tabernacle key, but we need you to put it back before he notices. Easy peasy. You want me to put back the key? Precisely. Look, we stole the key early to make sure it was the right one. We'll steal it again once we actually stuff the frogs in there, but in the meantime, it needs to go back. Easy. I need you replacing... We're not even stealing. We're replacing the key. Altar in the church. Apollo and I would attract too much attention, but you're the town's goody-goody. Okay, rude. Which is why I'm taking... sorry, I'm not the bad. I am not. I'm just a better sneak than you. Oh, that's BS and you know it. Anyways, will you do it? I'll get you into the mine. If you do, sure. Alright, give me the key. Oh, hold on. This is a thought I have in my own head. I need to get away into the mine, but this seems risky. Is it risky? I'm just returning a key. Like, literally, if they catch me, I'll just be like, hi, I'm just here. I should get the twins away with this, cause enough trouble. Twins are always causing trouble, but this prank seems harmless. Yeah, whatever. Father Thomas will be missing the key, too. I'm going along with it, because he can't cause more trouble. Alright, give me the key. Whatever, it's fine. I have 2 ways into the mine now, but at least this one seems fun. Oh, achievement. The second plague. Alright, so we just need to sneak in. So we can't let the... We can't let Father Thomas see us. Okay. So Father Thomas is there, so we're gonna go... Oh, shoot. We're gonna go around... How do we go around Father Thomas? Hold on, I'll get it. Watch this. I know how to do this. We go up to the mill. We go over. Then we go down. Boom! That's how we get around Father Thomas. I told you, I remember this town. Alright, it looks like the church is empty. I can leave the key on the pulpit where the Father Thomas is sure to find it. Better get out of here before Father Thomas comes back. That was, like, the easiest quest. Am I missing something? Or is it because I went all the way around like a smarty? Boom. Boom. And... boom. Now, let's rub it in his face that we know. Oh, darn. We can't. Okay. And then we go to... boom. Alright, well, that was easy. So now we have 2 ways into the mine. I don't know which one is actually better. Let's keyword. Find it. Brilliant. Alright. We'll show you how to get in the mine. No problem. Come follow me. Come with me. And you'll see a world of pure imagination. Okay. Are you sure you want to do this? Oh, are they actually using this, like, system like a pulley? There's some creepy things down there. Well, why don't you guys go with me? You guys are down there all the time anyways. Why don't they go with me? Oh. Okay. Okay, now they're just teasing me. You two don't scare me, I'll go down. I'd like to, honestly, but I don't really have much choice. How about you two don't scare me? Okay. You were warned. Alright. It's not that bad as long as you know where to put your feet. We do it all the time. Let's get on with it. I don't want to get in trouble again. Like, why don't they come with me? Start with your feet on the inner ledge, and then look for ledges like shelves. Why don't I also use the rope? I feel like I should also use the rope. Just whoosh, tie it up right there. Don't forget to move your hands down before your feet so you don't slip. Hike your skirt a little so you don't get caught. Wait, the missing rung. Oh, right, there's a missing rung here at the bottom. Okay. Oh, so if I hadn't talked to them, maybe I would have fallen, and that might have slowed my progress or something. So maybe that's the value of talking to them. Who knows? Okay, got it. Thanks. Hopefully there's not a QuickTime event or something. I'm not clicking anything. There's a missing rung halfway down. Okay. Okay. So if I hadn't talked to them, I probably would have tied the rope and then I might have still slipped or something. Oh, or no, hold on. The rope would have prevented me from slipping. Talking to them prevented me from missing the rung. So I think it only would have been bad if I had done neither. If I had just rushed straight there. I'm guessing that's what the game. Climbing out might be trickier, but I'll take a look around. Okay, cool. This is, kind of going the way I think. There are a lot of different coins down here. How odd. It's not like this is the Saint's Well. Oh, a tablet. There's writing on it. Heck yeah. Oh, it's a poem, I think. It's a love note. Oh, that's cute. Alright, that's cute. Whatever. We're just collecting stuff. What's this? Looks like a larger version of some of the Baltus contraptions. This winch must have been attached to some sort of hauling pulley. Okay, yeah. For the mine, that makes sense. I totally missed what she said. Oh, bones! They're far too big to be human. That must have been what scared Apollo so much. Alright, cave. Oh, a piece of pottery. It's beautiful. Awesome. Yep. Collect everything. Must be the same kind of figurines that the Tills find. So many remnants of our ancestors scattered through the field like this. Yep. Okay. Why didn't I grab the little creature? Grab. Oh, another shard. Alright. So I'm guessing that we're going to collect a bunch of these things and paint the final product onto the mural. Or at least have the choice to paint the final product onto the mural. Because I'm guessing we're going to be given a choice. Okay, can I read this? I should be able to read this, right? There's a Latin inscription here. Tassia, give me water, or Pluto preserve me. This salt is drying me to death. Yikes, doesn't sound like working down here was pleasant. No, I mean, first of all, it's a mine. Who's like excited about working in a mine? But second, this also means Tassia is like involved in that. Olivia got us too. Hello. Good day. Welcome back to the show. It's nice to see you. I don't know how far away from the end we are. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat it tonight. But we are on, like, Act 3 of this. Oh, the Roman map of Tassia. I wonder what's changed. Let's see if the map can figure anything out. Yeah, this is what we want to see. There's an aqueduct in the spring. The abbey was an old fort up the hill, and there's the rest of the town. Okay, so this is where the aqueduct was. I don't know. Wait, what's this building? I don't recognize it. I don't know. I don't recognize that word from any of my books. That's okay, I don't recognize it either. I can't quite tell what it's meant to be labeled on the map. Some sort of temple? Oh, whatever it is not tassing now. Well, it's so odd. So I'm collecting the old history and the Roman history right now. So this is the Roman history. Another inscription that's not very formal. A worker must have carved it. Soul ascend in Mithraeum. That's the temple. My soul will descend this damn hell of salt. It's rough. Like a temple. Yes. Okay. Here's another piece. It almost looks like an altar, but what would an altar doing? A salt mine is carved out of salt. I think it's a statue of Mithras. Usually depicted with a dagger and a torch. Much less detailed than I would expect. That's rude. Some, like, mine worker carved that while they're working, and she's like, I'd expect a little more detail. Needs more color. Come on. More Latin writing. I can read all of these. If we cannot enter the Mithraeum, we will make our own to the altar of gods. There's that word again. It must have been an important place for the Romans. Cool. Another shard. Great. Did I collect everything down here? Yes, I did. Okay. We're doing great. And back up. And to the side. Now to the side. Now to here. Mine shaft. So far, so good. It's all pretty straightforward. So I'm guessing my character is absorbing a lot of this information about the Romans. We're going to need to go to that... like, old temple and see what we can see. Unless that was part of what we found in Act 2 under the aqueducts. Oh, I have a lot of these pottery pieces I should find. Yep. Oh, we've got a puzzle. We don't love a puzzle. Okay, well, there's a limited number of places these can go, so that looks right. Does this... Nope. Alright, alright. No, go back. Just, oh, it's too late. Okay, well, shoot. You go here. That's not where I think it goes, but I couldn't put it back. Okay. I was looking for this guy's leg. Right? Yeah, isn't that this? Oh, I'm not even good at puzzles in the first place. Doesn't that look right? Or no, because then he would have a ridiculously long leg. Okay, we're going to assume he's standing up. And then that would mean this is his top, right? Yes. Okay, he just doesn't fit there, but that's definitely the same person. Okay, we're getting all the pieces together. Yeah, so like here, and then you. This is him, right? This is the same, right? No? No? No, that's not it. Never mind. All right, I don't know what I was thinking. All right, feel free to help me backseat. Backseating always welcome. All right, so a little guy holding the dagger. Oh, you. You are holding the dagger, right? Yeah? Right? Oh, it's a... No. It's a circle. It's a circle. It has to be a circle. Right? So then that would mean this is like... here? Oh! Yeah, I think that's right. Then this would be here? No. Shoot. This would be... This would be here. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay, all right, hold on. You go over there. I wish I could set them back where they, like, were before. That's the problem I'm having. Yes, okay. These go together. But not here. Okay, all right. Let's work on this side. Oh, jeez. I guess I should be looking at the shapes, right? I don't know why I'm not looking at the shapes. Okay. Anything... Yeah, look, what am I doing? Anything with this dark brown has to be the edge. Like, it just has to be. So then it's just a matter of, like, putting those pieces together. Like, oh. Not that. I'm very bad at this. But either way, I now know that these pieces... Okay, so this is the only piece that's not on an edge. Oh, no, that's definitely not it. Okay. Okay, we're doing great. We're doing great. These don't go together, so I don't know why I thought they did. So you... Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. So that's not an edge piece. So then let's assume this is here for now until I get... Where's the other non-edge piece? It's gonna go here. Yep. Yep. We got it. Okay. Ugh, like, not good at these kinds of puzzles. You know, I can do, like, a normal puzzle okay. It would actually really help if I could just set them back to the side, because the problem is they're, like, visually in my way. So then I'm like, oh, where does this go again? There we go. Okay. We got it. We got it. We got it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. This is the hair, right? Yes. And this would be... Not there. Not there. What about you? You go here? Yes, that's more hair pieces. Okay, we got it. We got it. We're not so bad at this. We just needed to take a second and take a pause. Of course. That was just turned in a weird way. So you go here. That definitely doesn't go there, as it turns out. Is this one wrong? Oh, yeah, of course, the line that goes through. That goes there. This just needs to be fully rotated. That's it. This needs to be fully rotated. So then you must go here, fully rotated. Yep. We got it. Duh. Now that it's together, I'm seeing the, like, obvious hints, like the straight through line in the middle and stuff like that. It's like, okay, now it's quite obvious. You know, once you've completely solved it, then it's quite obvious. How close does this have to be? Nope. Nope. You here. There we go. Some of this is just kind of being hard to do on a controller. Ooh. Got it. Don't act like it was that easy. Ah, the figures on this pot lid look like they're telling a story. Yep. Tell me the story. The paintings must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Oh, this is before the Romans. God, the next part looks like human sacrifice. Maybe a chieftain sacrificing. Yep. The bottom half of the lid continues the story. It looks like the spirits, they must be coming to feast on the sacrifice. Great. We're doing great. Okay, I don't think the ancestors made this, and I'm holding it now. Maybe this is what could be used to paint the mural. Yeah, I like this. This is part of our history, but I'm not sure it's the best story. It's barbaric. How about it's part of the history, but I'm not sure it's the best story? I don't know what options we're going to have to actually paint, but okay, I'm going to run out of my oil lamp. And then, of course, a cave-in. I won't be able to go any further. Yep. The murals on the wall show me what Tassian the Romans were like. I wonder if I can find where the Mithraeum is. What is that? Putting the pottery shards back together showed me one of the earliest stories I think I've ever seen. I came down and my oil's running out. Time to climb back out. I've already said that, and I was leaving anyways. Okay, so through this, here's what I think. Through the stories and the conversations we've had, we have the early history, plus we have the book that we haven't even cracked open. So we're going to assume our character reads it and finds the best story. Oh. Is this where I die? That's right. Somebody doesn't want us to tell the early story. I better get out of the shaft before another rock comes crashing down. So that figure, bearded, looked old. An old bearded figure that wouldn't want this story told. This whole time, has it been the father who possibly killed the original Abbey dude and took over his job? I've been saying this whole time that I don't like him. Even Apollo Stone would have helped me out of here. Well, now I need to have more information to make decisions in the first section of the mural. I should go back. Yep, okay. Oh, so I'm not given a choice. My plan was to further researching the Roman section and then do both at the same time. I'm guessing the way this game works is it's not going to let me. How much time was I in there? Is this pig usually here? Oh, hello. You! Yes? I'm Halabrant, the Lord's gamekeeper. Why are you grazing pigs in the wood? I'm not. That's not my pig. And the printer's daughter. How about I'll say I'm the printer's daughter? I didn't ask for your name. I asked why you're grazing pigs. This guy's an idiot. Answer me. You know what? I don't have to put up with them. Do I look like I raise pigs? You look like a little girl who's going to be in a lot of trouble who doesn't answer my questions. You know what? I hate this guy. Was that you watching me a few minutes ago? Watching you? No. Rock? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think it was him either. Now answer me. Alright, well, I guess I didn't have a choice. I have to answer him. That's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner and the tinker, you're the only person I've seen. If the pig doesn't belong to you, what are you doing here? Does everyone have to justify being in the woods? If I think you're stealing the Lord's wood or illegally grazing your pigs, yes. Well, I'm not. Let me ask you a different question. Whose pig is this? I don't know. The pig was in the woods when I came here. Belonged to anyone. I'll say I just don't know. A mysterious lost pig who apparently belongs to no one. I'll say nothing. Okay, if I find any more pigs in the woods, I'll kill them on the spot. Okay, weirdo. And those who brought them here, do you understand? I'll say nothing. Remind your neighbors what happens when you break the Lord's laws. Oh, this guy's a real Jerkosaurus Rex. I knew the Lord's men patrolled these woods, though I've never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so strict. Oh yeah, they just straight up just kill a random animal and then whoever's closest to it on the spot. I suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyways, time to get back to work. Yeah, I don't know about that. This guy is not loving it. Not loving this guy. What about you? Did he shoot you? No. Something tells me there's nothing more I can do out here. I just need to go back and talk. But yeah, there's nothing more. Okay, once the game usually tells you, like, time to make a decision, then it's, like, the talking is done. The talking is done. So, this, these ruins... Oh, I don't think it's going to let me do this right now. But I'm kind of wondering if it will... No, it's not going to let me do it. I don't know that I have any way to get to the ruins. I don't know what story we're going to tell, but I'm also not, like, super invested in any, like, very specific story. So, we'll see. We'll see what the game... We'll see what the game does. I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. What story am I painting? What options do I have? Hey, how's the mural coming along? Sigh heavily. What? Oh, right, Magdalene, sorry. Anyways, how's the mural coming along? Doesn't look like much yet. Rude. Well, of course it doesn't look like anything. No work of art appears significant at the start. What would you know about it? Do you even know the difference between... You know what? Let's do it. I mean, one has egg in it, I guess. Alright. You're hopeless. I only just finished priming the wall. Now I have to decide what to depict. It's hard to piece together the history of Tassing when it appears so long ago. Since the Abbey Library burned down, I can only rely on stories from the people around Tassing. Even what I could find about the Romans and pagans was obscure. I had to go into the old salt mine to find anything. Well, what about the book? What about the book? The book that I wanted so much in parts 1 and 2. Do I have... I don't have a way to open my inventory. Actually, do I? Do I have a way? Can I? No, I can't. Okay, I'm stuck in a conversation. So what is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, I didn't ever get to look at the book, so I'll use the pottery and tools of the farmers who found to show they lived before Romans. Well, Peter remembered a legend about the chieftain who healed the wolf. I'll recreate the image I found in the mine. It showed our ancestors made human sacrifices. So probably not that one. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if there's, like... Much like the rest of this game, I'm guessing there's not a right answer. So there's probably not, like... There's probably not one that's best. So I'm trying not to upset everybody, but I'm also trying to tell the history. So let's go with... I think the pottery tools and farmers show how they lived before is good. So this one's no. Little Peacher. So I'm between number 1 and number 3. Let's put it that way. I don't know that there is, like, a right answer, so I'm just going to go... This is about the chieftain who healed the wolf. So this is very pagan, and it's also, like, clearly, like, mythic, so that theoretically when, like, the lord of the town or, like, or a member of the church sees it, they can be like, oh, yes, that was an old legend. This is very factual, and sometimes the more factual something is, the, like, worse it can be. Like, they're, like, then, like, the church could be mad at it, if that makes any sense. You know what? I'll go with the factual one. A little less artistic. I'm sure Father Thomas would approve, but I don't know. Just sounds kind of boring. It does sound kind of boring. So what made you choose the story anyways? Oh no, can I change my mind? Is the strongest connection to our farmers. Things that they've found, it's the most real. I thought it'd be too risky. I mean, this is the answer. Strongest connection to our farmers. It's real. That makes a lot of sense. All right, now he makes me think I chose the most boring one. Other stories might feel like they don't really have anything to do with us. Thanks for explaining it. Of course. I want you all to understand why I'm making these choices. Well, now that I figured the portrait of the mural, I better start thinking about the next section. Oh, I don't paint it? I thought I would paint it, because somebody's going to try to stop me, right? Before I paint them? Or are they only going to try to stop me based on what I paint? Ooh. Now that I've decided to depict Tassing's early history, I should decide how to paint Kurosawa's history. Yep. But first, I need to write a letter. Yep. Mother Illuminata's letter mentioned Matthew whatever. She said he knew a great deal about the Abbey's history. I should write to him and ask what he remembers. Oh, and I have Esther's letter to answer, too. I should write to them both now before bed. I should reach the... I should read the old book Bridget gave me. Yes, I absolutely should. Maybe I'll learn something. Yeah, I wanted to read that, first. But let's do some writing. All right, where to begin? Right, the old book. Yes, that's... This book right here that I'm reading, I think got possibly two people killed. So this is what I want to know. When the Romans, having conquered the town, built the walls around it, they established many temples there. This is harder to read than I thought. This book isn't in great shape either, since it's been sitting in a farmer's house for so long. Oh no, let's see. Oh, here's a section about the various dedications erected in the town. That might be easier to read. Okay, something about I raise a vision in a field so that Mars may behold our work. Yes, yes, yes. Local sacrifice ipsa something. Diana sat in a place with water oozing up from herself. What does that mean? It's, yeah, I mean, they had temples out near the fields. That's what it is. Let us pray so that he or she may defend the town. None of this really makes any sense. Okay. Maybe someone with better Latin than me can help me read it. Ooh. I should ask Sister Gertrude or Baltus for help. Probably not Sister Gertrude, because I think somebody connected to the church is behind all of this. Werner, too, he's much better at Latin than anyone else in this town. Wait, who's Werner? Maybe even Father Thomas, even though Dad warned me not to bother him with secular books. No, we're not gonna talk to Father Thomas. Chances are slim that they could help, but it might be worth asking. I should finish writing my letters first. Mother Illuminata told me that Matthew knew some of the Abbey's history. I already know this. I know this, too. I'll write to Esther, too. I know both of these things. Okay. How about... our archdeacon, he seems very formal. My name is blah blah blah, the town printer. My father and I recreated a mural. Mother Illuminata told me I heard that you were the sacrosanct at the Kurosawa, knew a great deal. So we'll name drop, because he might be like, oh, if Mother Illuminata thought she was important enough to talk to, then I will too. We'll do a little name drop. If you know any other places I might learn about the history, thank you. I know we may swell from many intestines who regret what happened during the revolt. How about... Yeah, well, whatever, we'll say that. Sister Gertrude is still here with the poor Clares, and she speaks fondly of the old Abbey. Thank you for your help. I think the old Abbey is the one who is involved. That's what I think. Esther, please forgive me for not writing sooner. It's only been 1 day. Much has happened since you last wrote. Even though my last letter was on raunchy, Dad attacked from the workshop in the middle of the night. He survived, but his injuries are terrible. I worry about him. He's so dizzy he can't get out of bed. Some days, memory fails him. Great. Cool. This is just sad. I just want to skip this. This is sad. Of course, our good doctor is incompetent and a known drunkard, so he's been a little additional help. Perfect. I can only pray that between resting and my ministrations, Dad can at least be comfortable. I have no idea who could have wanted to attack my father, or why. I found a note by him, and all it said was stop. It wasn't from the shop, because the script was written in the most elaborate hand I've ever seen. No one in Tassing has such skill in the script as far as I know. Anyways, I don't have time to wonder about it. I had my hands full running the workshop, tending to my dad. It's more than town council, blah, blah, blah. All the time convincing to let me paint. I made a fuss about being too young. Okay, you know how it is. I suppose I should have expected... I shouldn't have expected any better. Working on the mural has been welcome for my chores. And worrying about Dad, blah, blah, blah. Alright. I wish he'd stop. He's not subtle. Yeah, we don't like that. Okay, I just want to finish in time for Dad to see it. It would mean so much to him. Yeah, how is he going to be able to see it? I sure hope he does. If Dr. Schultz is right, I don't know how long I'll have. I hope you're faring better than we are. All my love. Okay, look at that. We're responsible about our writing. We did a good job. So before we go to bed, let's talk to our dad. How's he doing? Oh, thought he was sleeping. No, but he's not in the mood to talk. That's fine. Didn't really want to talk to him anyways, because it's just kind of sad, honestly. So we need somebody to translate. Do we do that? Do we try to do that now? Do we try to do that now, or is the game only going to let us go to bed? I think the game is only going to let us go to bed. Yeah, there's no objectives. Okay, we're going to bed. It's fine. It's late. I should get some rest soon. Go to sleep. Okay. Now we need to discover the Roman, like ruins and stuff for the next section of the history. So we know. What do we know? We know there was some temple. That's the one I'm most curious about. We know there's like old roads that lead through the town, things like that. Oh yeah, okay, we're going weeks at a time. Ah, a few more letters for you, of course. Thank you, sir. Safe travels. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh! He replied. Oh, he's old. Mistress Druckerin. I was not acquainted with your family during my years. Even so, I remember your father was one of the town folks who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. That's true. I'm not overly inclined to assist the people of Tatsy in their endeavors to catalog the origins of the abbey they destroyed. However, it was a long time ago. In the interest of posterity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I recall. Well, thanks. So, at least it's something. Sometime after the Romans left, Christians settled into a region and built Curacao Abbey on the ruins of a fortress. The abbey was founded by a noble woman of the family. She was both its patron and her first abbess. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, they changed to being run by an abbot. I don't know the reason, but many other double monasteries did likewise around the same time. Yeah, because of the patriarchy. It may have been done out of the fear of being shut down, as double monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. Sadly, that's the extent of my knowledge. Your neighbors put any other records about the abbey to the torch. Oh, okay. So you're going to blame them for burning the library, but you barely remember the most basic history? Psh. See ya. The spurned the history. Yeah, we got it. Well, we cannot change the past. I've heard the Sisters of Poor Clares have formed a new chapter at the Abbey. I can only hope that their love of poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine. A little bit. Assuming they have not consigned the contents of the former occupants to the bonfire. You may find something there, sure. Try to be overjoyed at the news of your neighbor's late regards. Many of the injuries inflicted 18 years ago will never heal. Regret cannot undo what has been done. But we can all find redemption. We must pray for love and reconciliation in the days ahead. In the end, that's all that matters. Winter comes swiftly. I don't know what that word is. Plague my homeland. Thank the Lord, you still live in a land ruled by one true church. Okay, I hope this has been some help. I mean, it's not really been that much help. But thanks. Oh, how's Esther doing? Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear about your father. My parents send their deepest condolences, of course. Of course. We can provide you anything from Prague. You need only send word. How about a surgeon? I know you're further away. It's easy to travel, but I'll see what Hashem allows. Okay. Is she Jewish? So, father says that he remembers no one who wanted to harm your father, blah, blah, blah. Yet, the night I was born, he remembers great strife in town. Perhaps the old blood over depicting the night. Oh, yeah, I remember. That's all he could suggest. That's right. She was the baby born that was like, you have to make this decision by the time the baby is born. We pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. We'll make... Literally, the name. In Hebrew, this is where to refer to God indirectly. Oh. Well, there you go. Make things right in time. He will exact justice on the culprit. I am encouraged to hear that the town council lets you continue the mural at all. The guilds here would protect your right to complete a job, especially once a contract has been reached. Ooh. The guilds, like unions. You give the men counsel too much grace. Why should you be forced to settle? All right, what are we doing? Come on, let's go. We live in a new age. I love it. The age where art and science have come together. This is the Renaissance. An age when all may read the works of the great sages in their own language. Truly, when your father recovers, I urge you... Oh, when your father recovers. Ooh, he's not recovering. But I'm glad you found some joy in your work. Okay, we're all well here. Something's been carving some wood cuttings at the university. I found this dude. His family didn't move far after all. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city. Great, great, great. His parents have been meeting mother quite often, so I hope we'll be sending good news in your next letter. I hope we'll be sending good news in my next letter, too. Because that was a little rough. Alright. Please inform us about the condition. So we need somebody to translate the book. And then we... I don't know. Then we just talk to... Oh. We got another scene with her dad. Warner was supposed to come check on her dad today. I wonder where he is. So he would be somebody to translate. Oh, good morning. Do we want to find him anyways? To help translate. Feeling any better? I feel a little stronger. Great, great, great. Do you want anything to eat? I'm not hungry right now. I'll be all right. Letter from the Ardeacons. Oh, what did you learn from him? He seemed sad over... He didn't have much to say. He was still upset about the Abbey's destruction. That's pretty much it. He didn't have much to say. How unfortunate. I know the brothers keep careful records. Such was lost. The Archdeacon did suggest the poor Clares might have some records in the convent. I should be able... Okay, so that's where we're going. An excellent place to start. Sister Gertrude. Father Thomas might know something too. If I recall correctly, the miller's wife has a long family history. Okay. We've got a lead. Okay, Elsa, not anymore. Age, illness, marriage took the rest of her family. But they used to live up and down this valley. Go talk to her. Yep. I will, thanks. Okay, maybe something remained of the Abbey ruins. I should definitely see what's left. Be careful, those ruins are dangerous. I won't go too far. Just a blah, blah, blah. All right, wear a scarf. Yep. Don't worry, I'll see you later. All right, good luck. Okay. So we've, let's see. We need to check on the doctor for our dad's benefit and for the translation. So let's go talk to the doctor. Oh, some violence has happened here. Okay. This is the doctor. Cool. So he's drunk. Great. Hey, wake up. Prod him with your foot. You were supposed to come check on my dad today. Yeah, and I need you to translate. I don't have the strength to carry him. I should tell someone. All right. Maybe Baltus. They're still on friendly terms. Or Big York. He's strong and can do it. Ugh, what a mess. Yeah. All right. Well, shoot. I I kind of, like, don't really care about this guy, but he's supposed to check on my dad, so let's... Oh, nope, not you. Let's go talk to the Baltus guy, which we want to talk to anyways because he might help us translate. Hey, you look strong. Why don't you help? Hey, do you have a moment? Only one, I'm afraid. What can I do for you? I came across a book. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you're too busy for that in the moment. Perfect. Hands full preparing for Christmas ale, you see. Great. I'm sorry to bother you. Not at all. Apologies, couldn't be of more help. Oh, okay. So that was literally no help. Ciao. Ciao. ¿Cómo está? Right. Bien, bien. Okay. The winter's approaching quickly. I don't want to be talking to this guy. I'm sorry. I was here to ask for help. Okay, and skip. End conversation. Okay. All right. We're just I was desperately trying to ask for his help, like moving a drunk guy. Okay, so we've got to find somebody else, I guess. Perfect. We want to go south. Where's Big Jorg? Is Jorg out here? No, that's Martin. Where's Jorg? He's over here. I know he's going to be around here somewhere. Here? North? No, not the town commons. There he is. Alright. Hey, can I help you with something? Yes. I need you to carry somebody. I found Dr. Trump sleeping in the bakery. Again? Oh, it keeps happening occasionally, but fine, I can't hold his beer. If you say so, can you help him? Of course, I'll go fetch him, thanks. No problem. So that's it? Okay, so we're done with that. So we need to come back to him later. This guy could help, right? He's big. No? I don't know any of these people. The time has moved on. I don't think I need to talk to any of them, right? Yeah? So I need to talk to the miller's wife. Ex-wife, I guess, because he's dead. Because she knows something about the history, right? What brings you up the hill? Here we go. Wanted to ask you some questions about your family for the mural. Dad was telling me your family's been in the town. Dad suggested I ask about your family for the mural. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's the same dialogue option, but just with a little bit more detail. Your family was named Caviezel? I don't know. Whatever. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think the neighbors forgotten us. Oh, perfect. Well, then you'll tell me all about it. My father remembers them. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I'm the last of us left in town. What happened to your family? My elder sister was married in the town, the man of Innsbruck. She died of a fever. Not great. This is what I'd call suboptimal. So I think this is going to be like one of the optional stories for the mural. And your parents. Let's be factual. What do you mean? What do you mean to put on this mural? I don't know. I'm just curious. I'd like to know you a bit. I'm not sure. Any detail could help. Ah. Is she going to have, like, a real problem? God called them back to heaven. There's not much else to say. Okay, there's not much else to say. In any case, my grandfather told me they've lived in Tassing for hundreds of years. Perhaps even 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine time that long ago. Were they Romans or were they pagans? How about they were pagans? Well, the origin of the Bavarian people, even before the Romans. My grandfather said... Okay, so maybe we should have talked to her before? Built a new home right on the spot where they've been living when the Romans arrived. Okay, good. This remarkable story reminds me of... Nope. Interesting. Doesn't seem unlikely to you. Okay, let's... I don't know. I don't like any of these answers. Seems a holy man, blah, blah, blah. What a lovely idea. Well, I think the ancients were driven from their land, find it again before Christians. Yeah, but do they know where the temple was? That's what I need to know. Do you understand? I think so. Whatever else I think I understand. I don't remember her face, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it doesn't matter whether you really remember. And I sing my sister's favorite songs. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Skip. Just so they know exactly how the resting tasking. Okay, something tells me this story is not, like, actually going to be useful. You've got a mural to complete. Thank you. Okay, that was not as useful as I thought. But, let's see. We need to talk to... Oh. What are these people doing here? Oh! Oh, one more moment. Alright, take your time. Oh, hello. Dad, look who it is. Good morning. I'm like so slouched. I'll sit up. Martha, how are you today? Our usual walk around town. November hasn't gone cold yet. Either to keep using a leg, or the pain will get worse. And I'm getting old, too. Alright, this is like kind of like a cutscene, so I was expecting this to be important. So let's see where this goes. Not so old, you couldn't sit around telling stories. Oh, I'll listen. You're about the same age as my dad. Hasn't he earned a rest? Not while I'm around. I trust the doctor to know it's alright. Okay. Can't even bite his butt with both hands. Yeah. Anton would have made a better doctor than him. Oh, Anton, my poor boy. It's alright, Dad. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Just to bathe, then. I can't. My fault that he died. Oof. And this got dark again, which makes sense. It's the 1500s. I was a fool. Let him continue. The abbey was engulfed in flames. The heat, wouldn't believe it, seared the hair off my eyebrows. I was bleeding. Anton tried to drag me out of the fight. Step between us. I hope he burns in hell. Who is that again? Oh, yes, the mercenaries. Yep, that's right. I can't even imagine what that was like. Yeah, so a lot of stuff happened that we didn't even see because our character died. So it sounded like a bunch of other people died. This is relevant for the revolt, which we are going to paint later. It's not necessarily relevant for what we're currently working on, but that's good. Kerr says, good morning, I hope you have a good day. Well, thank you so much, Kerr. Of course, it is nighttime for me, but I know it is morning for you. I hope you have a good day. I missed that dialogue choice. Oh well, hopefully I made a good decision. Someone brought Dad in the middle of the night. It was dark and confusing. They were screaming outside. Mom and a couple of men brought Dad. We were trying to patch up the wound, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. She kept shouting, where's Anton? Where's Anton? There was blood on the floor. Oh my god, I don't want this story. You cried so much you threw up? We couldn't get you to stop. Couldn't understand where Anton had gone. Dad tried to explain, but... Martha, my dear, enough of that. Oh. How did you go on? I don't know. Some nights I think I'm still there still, and the Abbey is always burning. Well, that's PTSD. My Helena passed not long after. I was left alone with Martha to care for. Wait for him to continue. I had to keep going for Martha, and somehow my daughter grew into a wonderful woman despite it all. I suppose that's what Helena's doing. Dad. If I'm any good, it's because of you. Oh, this is a sad and sweet moment. Thank you for telling me about that night. Time doesn't heal. Yeah. Okay, it's time we continue with the walk. Well, that's one of the stories I want to tell about the revolt right there. Hold on to that little nugget. Okay, well, I guess we have to talk to Father Thomas to help us translate. I don't know who else is gonna do it? Oh, bless you. Thank you. Do you have a moment? I have so many questions. Oh. Ooh, my neck. Of course. What can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassing Saints. I'd like to represent them. Oh, I'm thrilled to hear it. The Saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. Yes, of course. You misunderstood. I may incorporate them. Not as a centerpiece, simply as part of... Let's make a deal. I'll listen rapturously, and you'll tell me about the Saints, and you don't press me about putting them in the mural. Okay. Weird agreement, but it sounds fair. But you know there's one saint you're overlooking. How do you know? I haven't even asked you any questions. Contemplate this. Well, the Blessed Virgin, of course, Mary. Oh, well, she wasn't here. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint. That's fine, but she wasn't here. We're telling the history of this place. And she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. Oh, well, maybe she is here. Virgin Mary appeared in Tassing. Why? She appeared to give a message. Oh, she didn't, like, literally appear. Okay, I got it. It was a vision. Centuries ago, a farm in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the bishop that she had appeared. The peasant traveled, but the bishop would not see or hear him. Keep listening. The peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch and bark and bring the drawing to the bishop. Keep listening. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. Okay, that's fun. He met with the peasant, who told him the 2 apparitions he had seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story and came here to Tassing's too. Keep listening. And then, when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. Keep listening. So the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. Oh, that is actually kind of an interesting part of the history. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. You're not from Tassing. How did you hear the story? When was the painting made? I think I'll include the Saints mural. I'll have Our Lady among them. Yep. I think that's a most excellent idea. Well, that's actually kind of a cool story then. I'm a little surprised. When he started talking about Mary, I was like, oh, okay. A vision, you know. But this is actually like, there's a real connection here. Thank you for the story. Bless you. Bless you. Okay, cool. All right, that was actually a pretty cool story. That's why this is called Our Lady of Labyrinth. Okay, so now we need to go... So, is there anybody... I really want to talk... I don't want to talk. I want to go to these ruins. But the game so far hasn't let me go there. So right now, we need to talk to... Sister... Oh, hold on. I should talk to Sister Gertrude since she was a Benedictine nun before the poor Clares arrived. Yes. She would be able to tell me more about the convent's history for the mural. Well, yeah, that's what I was coming here to do anyways. Alright, Craft. What's this guy's deal? Oh, hey there. Why is he up here? Here, what are you doing here? Nothing. Aren't you supposed to be, well, doing whatever you do all day long? Let's not be rude and say... Nothing? What I do is none of your concern. Okay, alright. If you're doing something improper, it'll be a concern. Caught by the imperial law herself. Well, I'm not allowed to just stand near the shrine and the convent. Maybe you're doing whatever, something else. Any place is better than here. Well, that didn't go well. I genuinely wonder what he's doing here, but we're going to talk to Sister Gertrude. Bless you. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask of you. Of course. I'll help however I can. I have a book. Oh, yes. Oh, she can read it. Oh, okay. So we're asking her to translate? I thought we were asking her about the history. I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. It's alright. I'll have to find another way. Hey, while I'm up here. Yeah, here we go. Ah, did you need more paint? No. No, thank you. I have more than enough paint. I want to ask you about the history. I'd like to include the Abbey's founding of the history of Saints, blah, blah, blah. I wrote the Reverend Matthew since he lived at the Abbey, but I wanted to see the place firsthand. He became a reverend, didn't he? He was always suited for such a role, yes. But he died shortly after reading this book. But I don't suppose that's why you came up the hill. You're curious about the saints' histories, yes? I was hoping you could show me around the Covenant and tell me about its histories. Poor Clares don't allow outsiders. Even other women? What? Mother wouldn't like anyone coming for such worldly concerns. Well, that makes my job difficult. Let me finish. However, always welcome those who consider joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considers joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she might do? Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. I suppose exploring all my options can't hurt. I've always been drawn to your veil. How about joining the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Frances now? I have other things to do first. Okay. So it sounds like we can do a tour, and that's going to be locked behind a like timed event. So let's do everything we can before. So we still don't have anybody to translate. So first of all, let's pet the cat. Oh. So we still don't have anybody to translate. This guy doesn't want to talk to us. Let's check out the shrine. It actually might be time to do the tour. Yeah, this is all locked. Okay, we're doing the tour. Hopefully this is the right thing, and hopefully we don't get murdered or have to join. Let's do it. Oh, I'd like to introduce you. Yes, yes, yes. The printer's daughter. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Father Thomas would have told your condition and pray for recovery daily. Yes, thank you. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community. Now, what is this about? You know the holy rule. Why bring this young woman to me? Forgive me, Mother. She's searching for a place in this world. She's contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual journey. Blah, blah, blah. Right, yes. I wonder, would you never come to the Abbey before? I came up here like 2 weeks ago. So you don't know me. You don't know me. If God is calling you to the covenant, am I more willing to help you fulfill your divine cause? What brought this change on? I'm worried that helping my father, running the time to finish him are too much for me. If I become his sister, I won't have to marry, which is far better than being stuck. Lie. I had a holy vision. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to her. You should not have abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working in a printer shop and painting is not suitable duties for a woman. Rude. Thank you. Overburdened by all of this. Okay. Please come. I'm happy to tell you more of the order. Okay. All right. Here we go. So, our small covenant used to be a part of the larger Curacao double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told. Yes, yes, yes. But I do need this information, even if I've been told it. Okay. Ooh, stretch. However, the poor Clares live far differently than Benedictine once lived here. Yes, yes, yes. It was 17 years ago. Come on. We believe that it is not ours to produce and live solely on the alms of the community. So, the people who lived here before, like, taxed the heck out of the town, which was, like, a huge problem. So, I guess this is kind of nice. It could be worse. Likewise, none of the sisters have their own personal property. Blah, blah, blah. We believe the Lord called us. I'm here for history lesson, not current lesson. Not present lesson. I'm not entirely certain I'd like to explore and get a feel for the place. You must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a lay one bothering the sisters of their duties, disturbing our role. However, I will allow the Sister Susan to show you to our duties. Please take your time. Okay, great. When you have finished, please come find me, and we'll discuss your decision to join. Finally, I thought she'd never finish. What? Okay, no. Truthfully, I'm not here to join the Covenant. Why would I say this? I'm looking for references to Merlin. I'm painting. Why would I say this to her? Time to start exploring. You can either come with me or not. Up to you. Wow. Wow. I never would want to say any of these things. This will be remembered. Hopefully that's not what I should have said. But Mother French said. She said a long time ago, it's fine. Look around. Are you really going to get us both in trouble? Okay, I really have said the wrong thing to this lady. The Covenant has many parts. The kitchen, the little aquarium, the chapter house, the yard, the old workshop. I should take a screenshot of this because I want to go to all these places, though no one uses the old shed anymore. We're definitely going to look in the old shed. I'll leave you to decide where to go first. Whew. Okay, so we got courtyard. Can I pet the cat? Kitchen. I don't know which way to go. Oh, here we go. This is the kitchen. Nothing really interesting here. There is a trapdoor here. So, something to think about there. Okay. Sister Mary and Sister yes, we take care of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. So, I'm sorry, is there anything like... Is there anything in here that's going to help me with the history, though? Oh, bless you. Bless you. How's the cooking? As well as the Lord lets us. My fingers are fimble, blah, 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 blah. It's very no. Shouldn't somebody else be helping you? That's very noble of you. Okay, yep. Let's be nice to these people. It's like a lot of extra pain. I don't believe the Lord wants us to suffer. Ugh. I don't want to say any of these things. I don't want to directly come into these people's house and like crap all over their faith. Like, you know what I mean? Like this, I don't know. This is not what I want my character to be doing. Game cat. History is all we know. We don't make history. Well, right now we are currently painting history. But welcome to the show, by the way. Yeah, I don't know, like, I'm gonna try to say the least rude things to these people. I don't know. I've chosen to find meaning in abortion. Yep. Thank you for sharing your perspective. Okay, great. I am here for history on the Abbey. I'm considering joining the Covenant, so graciously allowed me to visit you. I'll just be honest. I see, the kitchen has been used for decades. Longer than I'm alive. I enjoy preparing meals, blah, 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 butchering animals. Taking on the task for me. We need substance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong, according to the rule of St. Francis. To cause suffering of any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God grants us. And may even dominion. Well, it sounds like she's conflicted. No more instructor himself, the cooker needs to be replaced every few years, though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cooking fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again! Could have been the ghost of the sister's founding, maybe even Saint Tassa. That's ridiculous. Whatever. If it was, she would have said a word to me, though. I feel prostrate before her, blah, blah, blah. All right. I don't think that any of this is helping us with the history of the town. So let's keep going. This rest on holy grounds. A spirit, a Roman spirit might be a great addition to the mural. I don't know what the council would approve, though. I really think I must... All right, how about a spirit? Would it come? It breaks my heart to think the spirit is crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Okay, yeah, why don't we keep going? All right. I'm not sure what I was hoping to get by talking to these women, but I'm not going to do as much talking to other women here. Why can't I go up there? All right, we'll go to the courtyard. Ooh, it's a cold day. Brr, it's a colder day. There's like a million things I still need to do here. Oh, this is Wooden Covered Leaves. Ooh. I've been in the show, by the way. What show have you been in, Game Kit? Okay. Anything here has long been covered in weeds. All I know is this place, the walls were added and a covenant to build onto a monastery. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. Yep. This show. I said, welcome to the show. Oh yeah, you've been here. That's okay. It's okay. I'm glad you've been here. Welcome to the chat, then. I guess I should say. Do I recognize you? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Oh. She's the youngest of our sisters. Allows sister to deal with the town folks. Burden more likely. I have to run around everywhere gathering the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. What are you doing up in the Covenant anyways? I'm considering joining. How about she said I could look around? Oh, well, don't let me get in the way then. I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Okay, I am here for history. I'm here for history. I don't care about their order. Like, why is my character obsessed with, like, telling them that their order is wrong? Skip. One more question. Have you seen any ghosts? Nope. Okay, ghosts. So, just so you know, there was talk of a ghost running through the ruins, like, 17 years ago or whatever. So, I suspect that whoever is secretly behind all this stuff has come from the Abbey and would run along those ruins. Blah, blah, blah. So that's my theory. So there is a ghost. Well, I haven't seen it myself, but there's a ghost, I think. Okay, cool. Don't tell Mother, blah, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that the Roman commander named something conquered Tassines, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town in the valley. It was a miracle. I wonder if this is different. Oh, maybe. I don't remember if the book mentioned any saints. The Latin was so hard to read. Latin was so hard to read. Okay, she's trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about the town bother during the Abbey, could he? Yep, definitely not. What did you do with this book? That's what I want to know. What you did with the book. I had it with me in the kitchen one day, and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. What? Oh, that's unfortunate. Be completely destroyed. Stare in shock and horror. Try to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Wow. Yeah. That's alright, the book probably would have gone unread otherwise. I'm glad you enjoyed reading it. I suppose it's better the book is gone before it's lost forever. Alright, let's just be nice. I don't know why. Besides, the story gives me ideas. Yeah, I like that story. So, thanks for telling me about the book. I won't tell... blah, blah, blah. Okay. We want to just, like, basically all we're doing here is... Oh, good. An art studio. This is where I expect to find the most interesting stuff. Cough. The workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sisters. They used to make badges and art for the pilgrims coming... Oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever been in here in any other versions of the game because only the sisters were allowed in here. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the players don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. But art allows you, just because art isn't essential for survival. Surely you thought of sneaking in and creating some art, right? But art doesn't like... Even Christ said the Father clothes and lies. Okay, whatever. I agree, but that's not the rule of the poor Clares. Consider art a temptation into hedonism. They always are contradicting each other. Whew. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots, too. So this is probably where the supplies for the notes came from. I don't necessarily think it was a sister who did it. But there we go. I wouldn't be surprised if the twins managed to sneak. It's probably a cough. I caught him trying to eat. You think it's the ghost? How about... You think one of the sisters is secretly painting? Oh, we all lived close together and kind of for something like that to go unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, I don't think you should join the Covenant, even if it's not what you're here to do anyways. Gertrude talks about you and seems to love art. Wouldn't you hate it here? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Such valuable paint left to dry and crack. There's an old parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. It looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin, and I can read it. Yes, has been destroyed by a flood. Oh, so I won't be able to find it because it's been destroyed by a flood. But I found it in the mines. And so I have the information here. This might be from the book this sister found. I wonder why it would mention this. Why would someone have written that the margin of the manuscript? Where's the rest of the book? All right, whatever. I don't know. It's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the Covenant by that name. Well, it says it was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. No, it definitely matters. That was weird. As far as I'm concerned, that's what I want the history to be. These little badges are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims who brought them love them too. As far as I'm concerned, I know what I want to paint. That's what I want to paint. But curious player that I am also wants to continue exploring. Okay, there's nothing I can click on out here. Okay. Do we go to the chapel? Let's go out here. Oh, most of the Abbey's visitors come here but aren't allowed to enter. Yeah. We're not allowed to go inside the world either, blah, blah. Sister Gertrude once told me that the old Benedict sisters used to go to the town sometimes, even talk to the men on occasion. Yeah, you guys are very strict. The old system seemed to be better. I'm stuck here staring at the walls for the rest of my life. I mean... Doesn't seem like she thinks much of a life is here. Must be a boring life to her. Even so, she doesn't have fast movement like the other sisters do. If she hates her life so much, maybe I shouldn't encourage her to leave. Sure, alright. Alright, I'll encourage her to leave, but it's not going to work. Do you regret your choice? Choice? I didn't have a choice. My father promised me to the church as a baby, some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. Oh, perfect. So I was dropped in the Poor Clares the summer I turned 17. Oh, wow. No one should be forced into life like that. We daughters are born to bear our family's legacies. Between our legs and on our backs, it doesn't matter. My family is devoted to the church. And I've only been in the Covenant for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. Oh, she's 19. She does look young. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure my devotion to the Lord, but this is not what I wanted. Yeah, it's something you can't even talk to townspeople. Since when did a woman ever get what she wanted? Eve couldn't even manage that. Oh, no. We can only do the best we can. I understand I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking. Yeah, I'll say that. Oh, I remember the days of running around town. I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they got to see something of the world outside before they were 20. Why don't you leave? If you're lucky... If you could do anything else, what would it be? I would have liked to go to one of the big cities at least. Yes! Sigh. Thanks for listening. It's okay. Anyways, I'll show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. Alright. Can I go back here? I never went back here with any characters. Nope. Oh, cutscene. This is a chapel where we all gather for Mass. Okay, for Mass. Oh, this is the oldest part of the Covenant. Okay, now this, and the most drafty. This will be important. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but has represented the Abbey from the earliest days. Okay. Oh, there's a tower and the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Great. The tower was a freestanding defensive tower. Oh, but not built for habitation. Okay, interesting. Long before the structure became a monastery, the duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew, and they had no use for it as a keep. The walls were protected, testing from attacks, spirits and steals for generations. A noble history compared to Rome. There's Latin here too. called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. The Curaçao's castle was destroyed by a fire the year of the death of the Emperor Frederick. Only the tower remained. Well done, yes, the first list Abbey's foundation date. This is great. This would be good to paint. The Lady Curaçao was actually one who suggested the old castle had turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. A double monastery with 2 saints, one male and one female, to guard the town and abbey. So the Foundation Abbey was older than the Holy Roman Empire. It seems odd that the monastery would reuse meant for war and force. Fascinating to think. Let's go with this first one. Many things have been built and torn down on this land over a generation. Who knows what else would have been here? Okay. You're right, sisters. The mural will be a great reference. Okay, I'm glad it could have helped. This is great. This seems like a really interesting way to depict the history. Well, you've seen the entire Covenant. There's not much here. What else can you think of? I understand the appeal of such a small life. Choose a holy life. To be honest, it seems like a life of drudgery. Yes, certain parts of life can be frustrating. It's been long since I spoke to anyone outside of Covenant, reminding me of the life I had once. Now you have me thinking about whether I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. Ooh, that haggler background is doing the heavy lifting. That's so funny because in the first part of the game, I had the skill for like persuasion, and it never came in handy. And here it is like 3 dots of this conversation. Oh, I think you're right. My family's devotion doesn't need to be mine. Maybe I can find a way out in time. I'll help however I can. Well, not really. Really, that'd be wonderful. Anyways, we should return to Mother before she suspects something. I learned a lot today. I didn't learn to... How about I learned a lot today? I don't want to be rude. I want to check out the tower, though, right? Thank you, thank you. Come find me. She'll be wanting to hear your thoughts of the place. Oh, man, my nose is a little runny. What's your assessment? Is it good to calling to a life with the sisters? Well, I hadn't thought about my holy duty of providing children a husband, and I just can't give that up so soon. Motherhood is a divine blessing. But be careful with your sarcasm. Oh boy. Oops. Yes. Truth be told, I think Otto might be a good match for me. He's one of the town council, is he not? He is. And perhaps you two would do well together. God only knows. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of the old Benedictine house under blah blah blah. I don't like this lady. I see why fewer women are drawn to it. Well, these days, I'll pray you find your way. Thanks. Oh, there's more. How did your little expedition go? I learned a lot. I'm frustrated there's so little left. Yeah, well, let's say I learned a lot. The abbey was so prosperous, why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? Exactly. What a task that would have been. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassington that night. Yeah, I guess. The abbot felt their brothers and sisters were no longer welcome and moved on. In truth, the abbey's disillusion was inevitable. They were running out of money and patrons. The riot and fires were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but they're terribly overgrown, and I haven't dared to forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything of help for your mural inside, other than charred wood and parchment. How about... Yeah, let me look. I'm worried. Worry after you sometimes, I really do. Thank you for all your help. You're most welcome. God bless you. Okay, I think we... It's super late at night, but... Or it's the afternoon because I can't read their clocks. Yep, cool. Yep, let's just... Don't care about your plants. Do you want to talk to me yet? And the illustration from the manuscript was like the one in mind. Part of the history of the Abbey of Tassington must be written down somewhere. Only the library hadn't burned with everything in it. The ruins might be here, but maybe not everything was destroyed. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, now the game's gonna let me go there? I was already trying to go there. This is amazing. What it must look like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. I had to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Well, at least the game's gonna let me climb over the rubble. I don't know if I'm actually controlling this or not. Oh, shoot. Jump? I'm pushing over, but I don't know what kind of control my character has. Oh! Oh no, I can't get back up there. It's fine. I know like 5 ways out. I'll have to find another way out. Yep, I know. Tower. Vines. Sleeping Beauty our way out of this. There's nothing left in this old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. I mean, I was here with Andreas and there was like nothing here, right? Vines go all the way to the top. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. Ooh. Okay, well this seems like a huge risk. We'll find what happens. Seems like a very huge risk. I wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. From up here? I bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. Okay. I mean, my character is a lot more climby than Andres was in Acts 1 and 2. Whatever that's worth. Oh. Oof. Can I go into the librarium, or whatever it's called? Scriptorium, rather? Oh, I thought I was going to drop from there, and I was like, that seems a little high. So I should be able to get out of here through the abbot's house. Oh god. I remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby, but remembered the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since. Doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose there's too much to hope. Well, how are you going to get out of here? Oh yeah, I got lots of ways to get out of here. That's it? I can't even try? The roses made the abbey their home. Wow, I thought I could at least try and I would find like some scraps of books or something. Wow, the graveyard is held up. I'm not going to interact with any of this? Wow, my character is like not curious at all. No, nothing? Okay. I mean, I can go this way, right? Yeah. Of course. This is not the place I was just at? Wow, this looks exactly like the other place. Door stuck? Okay. Alright, whatever. There's like a million. There's like 5 or 6 ways around. This is where the conclusion of the first game was. Oh, an old mural. It's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. The Dance of Death. What? These figures, they look new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. Oh. Somebody... What? Somebody's been adding to this. This feels wrong. Who would add new figures to the Dance of Death and why? These look like people from the town. People who died. This must be the Baron. And Otto. And there's Andres. What is that? Someone's here. Hide. Hello? No, don't say hello. Hide. Who are you? Well, my character is not really great at this, but let's see what I can piece together. So this person who's right above my character is Andres. He died trying to get books. This is the Baron, right? And this guy's like got a torn book in his hand. Like he was killed because of the book. I don't know. So this is yet another clue. I sure hope this game ends with some kind of resolution of like who is doing all this. The door! Whoever was watching me must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left to the Abbey. Alright, whatever. I mean, I'm happy to get out of here. When did it start snowing? Oh boy. I should get back and get back to work. Yep. So what I actually want to do is get back to the doctor. Now that he's sobered up. Get him to translate the book. And get him to check on my dad. So that's actually what I'm currently doing. Central Town? How do I get there? Nope, sorry, didn't mean to talk to you. You're right near this part of the town. Stultz? Stultz, yep. Hey, Translate this book. What do you want? Hello, doctor. Have a book here. Can't read it. Wonder if you can help. No. But I can't be bothered by your lack of literacy. Just need a moment. Please, I'm not stupid and I'm not illiterate. I said no. Leave. Alright, cool. So literally nobody will help us translate this book. This book that may have gotten at least 2 people killed. So I can't even get the benefit of doing it because whatever. I feel like I have enough to tell a good history of this section. Even if these guys are being jerkosauruses about it. Oh, now you want to talk. Yeah? Oh, so is this where, like, before I explained it to Otto, I get to explain everybody what choices I made? You're doing quick work with the mural. I hope it doesn't make you sloppy. Oh, I forgot we don't like this guy. Well, I've rigged the scaffolding sheets so it's enough air can flow through. That way the layers dry quick. Oh yes, how very clever of you. Blech. In any case, the council wants to hear what you're doing. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left, learning how the people settled the ruins, how the abbey was founded, and our saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject, and I paint the saint, the 2 saints, Our Lady of the Labyrinth receiving the Christian settlers. Okay. So that's pretty good. Paint all the saints. I want to show the history of how it happened. I'll paint Lady Carousel founding the abbey from the old Bergfield, whatever. I'll paint the Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins, starting the Christian history test. Oh, I don't actually know. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a right one, which actually I know there's not a right one because welcome to this game. But I think I did a really factual early history, and I kind of want to do like the saints for this history because this is specifically the Christian history, and I think that'll appease the church a little. And then on the final part, at least I'm assuming there's another part, which is about the revolt, I'll do a little bit more anti-church, and we'll see what happens. Honoring Maine makes the town look better than it actually is, so I post this worth something. Always keep in mind that the mural is not just for you, but for all of Tassing. Nod. Good. After this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how I'm going to portray the revolt. Yes. Imagine it poses difficulties, and other murals do not. Strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people. Right. 17-year-old history. Think anyone just locked it away. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you. I feel like I've already talked to several people with some really good stories about it. Like, I'm ready to paint it. Have you seen someone lurking around the Abbey? Yeah. Let's ask. I haven't been up to the Abbey in years, and I haven't heard anything like that. Why? You know why. I've seen someone following me a few times. And if there's something else... Nope, good night. Oh, neck. Ooh. Oh, I've only found the final part of the mirror to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. But what was his name? The only name I can remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Esther might... Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an Archdeacon. I'll write him to ask. Okay. And of course I need to write back Esther too. I'm writing them before tonight, before I go to bed. Okay. My character is like constantly writing people. Okay, let's check on Dad. And I'm looking at the clock, and here's the situation. Based on the structure of this game, I believe I have the final mural, which is to paint the revolt, which basically brings us up to present. I don't know how long it is going to take. The last... What is this? What is this? Oh, I usually use the controller. The last section took us about an hour and a half. So here's my plan. We're going to speedrun this last session, and we are going to finish tonight. We are going to finish tonight, and then I can start a new game next Wednesday, which I'm excited about. And I already know what game I'm going to start. Okay, all right, the Archdeacon, Jacob, and blah, blah, blah. Tell me about the revolt. Letter to Esther 2. All right, speedrun. Speedrun. Jacob Esther, formerly Archdeacon of Fishing. My name is Magdalene. I believe you passed through our community. Do you remember anything about the revolt? In particular, do you remember anything that someone in the writing notes provoked the killer? Do you see any evidence that might suggest there was some sort of larger conspiracy at work? That one. Thank you for your help. Magdalene. We still need somebody to translate our book. Like, everybody just flat out refused to translate it, so that's really annoying. Dear Esther, I hope you're well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you, and Simon, and Esther too, of course, and your parents. Blah, 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 warms my heart. Everybody loves you. Everything's great. See you later. Have a good time. Dr. Salt's been a jerk. My father's in bad shape. I wish I knew why. There's been ages, lots of conspiracies. Things are careful. The mural's progressing fine. Everything's going about town. I'm literally making this up. It's the first person who attacked my dad, but why are they following me? Oh, it's the strangest thing, giving me a fright a few times already, but I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet. Oh, only good news. The mural's almost finished. I could have it completed by Christmas, and perhaps a long last. We'll see. Anyways, I fear this will be my last letter of the year. The post has already been late. We seem to be stepping into harsh winter. Stay warm. Bye. Oh. Okay. Great. Now we go to bed. How did this get here? Ho ho, what ho? What does it say? Stop? I was gonna guess stop, and then the game translated it for me. This is just like the note my dad found. Are they trying to scare me? And if I don't stop, are they going to kill me next? I need to ask my dad about this. It can't be a coincidence. But he's so weak, I don't want to upset him. I just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. Nah. It's late, I should get some rest, get some sleep. Okay, here we go. Speed run! Alright. Oh! So this whole time we're painting the mural, right? So I'm actually going to cut it right here, and we're going to put up the rest on YouTube tomorrow. So have an absolutely wonderful week. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.